Guys, it's me. It's me, Matthew Lillard. Hi. This is crazy. I'm in my house. I'm in my office, and you're in your house, and we are together, but yet we're far apart because that's what we're doing in these crazy times. We're living in the middle of a pandemic. It's frightening and scary, and I hope you're well, and I love you, and I hope you're safe, and please be safe, and do everything you can to protect yourself, and I don't know, be full of love in these trying times. But I want to tell you about something that's going to help you maybe get through this event, and it's also going to support an incredible cause. So, Lost Odyssey Champions is putting together an event. So I did a Lost Odyssey event in the fall of last year, and it was awesome. And Deborah Anwol DM'd it. She was incredible. And they're doing another event. And this event is to benefit the Treehouse Foundation in Seattle. And that foundation puts together essential support for kids living in foster care. So Lost Odyssey is doing like a 3-day streaming event, and they're going to provide opportunities for the world to support these kids and this organization called Treehouse. So you should check it out. You should totally check it out because it's going to be fun, and it's going to be full of all kinds of incredible Illuminatis in the Dungeons and Dragons world, like Chris Perkins and Deborah Anwol and Joe Manganiello, and it's going to be a blast. So tune in, check it out. God bless, be safe, and support these kids because they need help. Okay, bye.
We're Girls Guts Glory! Yeah! We are so excited to be here. Thanks to GameStop and Lost Odyssey to raise money for Treehouse, for foster kids. So the whole point of today is to raise some money and really just try to gather together. We have such a beautiful community. So let's put out some good into the world. Let's lift some spirits. Let's make some people happy. And let's get crazy and weird. Yeah, everybody?
Yes, I'm ready.
I am Kelly. I'm your dungeon master today. And I would love if all my ladies around me, or I'm not sure what the setup is, but no doubt around, could go around one by one and introduce themselves and say who they're playing today.
Give us an order, Kelly.
Yeah, we're all scattered.
Well, I will go by what I see on my screen. So Kim, you are first.
I'm Kim Daugherty, and I play Kelen's face. Athleta Ivy Underbow, and I'm a halfling cleric.
I love her. Follow that up. Let's go to Kelen. Kelen.
The same screen I do that. Hi, I'm Kelen Coleman, and I play Dranishka Theodrius. She is a fast-talking, witty, a little bit of trouble dragonborn barbarian.
Very much so. A lot of bit of trouble. Moving down the line, Allie.
Hello, I'm Allie Gonino, and I play Lilith Lucena, a tiefling bard who likes to play her way into your heart with my violin strings and guitar strings and songs.
And maybe we'll get some of that today. No knowing though. Moving along. Erika.
Hi, I'm Erika Fermina. I am playing Lala Lemon Boots, your pixie ranger. Well, mischievous.
You look amazing too. That background is great. The ears.
Thank you.
Love
It came with Zoom.
It looks incredible. Moving on over to Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Seeley, and I'm playing your human paladin Moira back to cause trouble. And
with the tapestry to spare behind you.
Thank you. I've had it since I was 7 years old. Literally, I have.
Beautiful.
Not Moira, Rachel.
Not Moira, but also Moira, probably.
And then moving down to Alice.
Hi, my name is Alice Greczyn, and I'm playing Rowan of Glen Hollyhock, and I'm a wee forest gnome druid, and I can't wait to change into some animals.
So today's a one-shot, and we're kind of playing in a loosey-goosey world between both of our pre-existing seasons. So if you want, feel free at home to play some fun little like jaunty music underneath the stream and come along the journey with us. This is going to be a one-off called The Conquerors. So you guys, for some time after recovering from the adventures of the Sea and Fall of Stars, after kind of getting the salt out of your hair from the winds of the sea and recovering lost loves and dealing with a very large altercation with a woman named Valindra inside of a fighting pit, you guys have been trying to journey out and figure out those next steps, go on that next quest. So it was quite a long journey, several months journey from that location all the way to Waterdeep. And along the way, you guys have been stumbling into cities, trying to find places to recover for the night, places to sleep and rest your head. A warm meal is hard to come by. You had to walk through desert arid lands and through tall trees and rugged dirt floors. I believe you even had a little bit of a mirage sequence, if you guys remember that one-off we all played together, where you were seeing things in the distance in the desert.
And I don't have a hand, right?
Your hand!
Okay.
We haven't made you a new one yet.
Are
Oh.
we on good terms with Moira at this point?
Yes, Moira's around and she's fine. She's just very upset that the love of Dranishka's has been destroyed, I'm assuming. You guys were all dealing with that, and the burial of putting him away was pretty...
What about that?
Well, because the last
This
time
is
we played,
before the
Rachel.
finale.
Before. Mm-hmm.
We're
So-
back in time.
Back
Got
in
it.
time.
Taking
So with
it back.
all of that being said, for the people who are familiar with our game and kind of placing it in this space, you guys have been traversing for some time. And don't mind me as I adjust my horns, which may be popping off my head occasionally as I emphatically shake. You guys have been traveling for some time, and it's been, at this point, pretty much forest terrain. You guys have been going through very tall trees. It's been a little unnerving at times. There's been small pixie creatures that have followed behind you and you tried to catch or talk to, but people are keeping their distance within the walls of the high forest. At least that's where you perceive yourself to be. After skirting the perimeter of the high forest, you guys continued to trek for weeks on end, trying to make your way in the direction of what you presume would be Waterdeep. So, as you guys are working on getting as close as you can, suddenly there's a break. You guys have been following this beautiful river that you stumbled upon in the high forest, and you had a feeling that following the river will lead to cities and towns, logically. And you guys just followed the current and had been walking and camping along the way. It's actually been quite peaceful and beautiful, minus the fact that you guys would really like to clean up. You're very dirty. You would like to get warm food. And honestly, a bit of provisions, some money, some fun. It's just been a long journey and you need to wash it all off. So as you guys are walking down Unicorn Run, you see this small town pop up on the perimeter. It's tiny. It looks peaceful and pleasant. As you guys are starting to approach it, you can already see it's an active town. There's humans walking around and quite a lot of halflings. You see a lot of these short little creatures kind of jovially walking around saying their hellos to one another. And you see the humans interacting with them and seem to be very forthcoming and kind as everyone's kind of walking around with the smell of fresh baked bread wafting through the air already. And as you guys are catching the river here, you notice that this river is both very unique in that you found it in the high forest, but as you traversed, it kind of has this glittery sheen to it. And finally, you see a sign that describes what the river is called, and you see it's called Unicorn Run. As you have been walking along the river of Unicorn Run, you see another sign that appears above it. You guys are kind of coming across what appears to be a bridge that leads into this town. And you see the word Succcumber.
Succumber. Do you think that's the name of the town?
Possibly.
Succcumber.
That would make sense.
It might be.
I don't really know how to say it.
I don't like to succumb too much. I'll say that.
I could definitely succumb to some pumpkin scones right now.
Do you
They
smell
smell
that?
good.
I smell fresh baked bread, even through my stuffed up nose.
We've
That's
got
true.
to
You
get
always sound
a
like you
stuffed
have
up
a
nose.
stuffed up nose.
I do always have a stuffed up nose.
I can't remember the last time I bathed. I would love to find a
Yeah,
bath,
they might have an inn in here or something.
anything really. I wonder how clean this river is.
It looks absolutely beautiful. As you're staring down at it, it is glistening and it's almost crystal clear, though there are times that the water itself almost has a dynamic within it, like oil on top of water, that sort of almost rainbow-like quality, which makes it hard as well to see underneath. There's been a couple times you've seen fish flop out and things that appear to be pretty large octopuses. So there's questionable creatures within these rivers that seem to be pressing from different directions. But overall, looks pretty clear. The bed is pretty low if you wanted to dip your toe in too.
I'm not really trying to bathe with octopi at the moment.
Very good use of grammar.
The last time I stepped in a magical river, I came out with no clothes.
Oh yeah, I
I remember, yes.
You think I'd remember that, but I don't.
You may have been drinking.
There wasn't much to remember.
Well, perhaps we should go and find an inn.
Yes.
Actually
love
find a place to bathe.
I would love that.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
as
would
you
I.
guys decide to walk in, kind of nodding with Moira, finally hitting what appears to be a cobblestone path, which is the first time that your feet haven't been against this sort of rough bed, this riverbed of terrain. So it's nice to not have pebbles and to have like a refined sort of path to walk up to. As you're walking up to what you believe to be Succcumber, you see this mountain of beautiful, colorful gardens. Think like Amsterdam at spring, tulips and peonies, all different styles. And you see these beautiful topiaries. This town, though small, they take a lot of pride in the way that they present themselves. You can see that there's a lot of emphasis on color and design. You can see, even as you're walking upward, that the pattern and the shape of all of these flowers makes different images. So can I have you guys just roll a perception check as you're walking in?
Ooh, first roll of the game.
Incredibly beautiful.
30, 20.
Ooh, well done.
7.
I am equally distracted by all the beautiful flowers.
You said perception, Allie? Did you
11
say-
as well.
Perception.
Yes. 19.
19. Okay, what did you roll, Fauna?
6.
6. So what are you doing while everyone else is paying attention?
Look at all the flowers. That was pink and that was yellow. And look at all the halflings. Oh, I'm a halfling too. Hi.
Oh, they wave right back at you very jovially, but you can see that they're busy. They're carrying bags with them. I mean, you can hear them whispering, kind of like, "Oh, like there's newcomers. There's people in the city. Oh, like let's go inside. Let's tell mom and dad." So you can just see them running about, kind of playing, collecting flowers or baking bread. There's this very like welcoming sort of environment, even on the outskirts of the town. You're catching, for those who rolled above an 18, you can see very distinctly there is a rise a bit in the terrain. It's sitting atop this town in probably 3 stone hills, and can't be more than 1,000 people who live in this city, if that. It's very small and quaint, but it seems like everybody here is given a task and told to tend to certain things and to keep themselves busy. Nobody looks like they're just sitting around. There's a real activity here. The most striking thing as you're walking into town is you see this very low-hanging, glittering gate that seems to be surrounding the perimeter of it very distinctly. And you see a couple of people playing outside of it, and there's somebody standing at the entrance who is talking to 3 halflings right now. It appears to be maybe a half elf or an elf.
And we have to enter this gate in order to get into the town?
It looks like you could even hop it if you wanted to. It's only about 3.5 feet high, and it looks a little translucent. It has this like glittery gate to it. It doesn't look very intimidating.
Well, all this glitter is making me feel very comfortable.
Hi, hello.
Fauna will just go right up to them and say hi.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, I'll go with it as
I'm
well.
going to follow to protect the little one.
Okay, so all of you guys kind of run up to them, and you see these three halflings there, and they catch all of you walking up to them, up to the gate. They seem to be talking to someone who is maybe a half elf, an elf. He has very striking features. You see like a thin chin, high arched eyebrows, and long gold hair. He's wearing a tunic that seems to be pleated and blue. He has a really great song playing from his back pocket. You don't know where the tune's coming from, but it's boss. Magical music that just seems, his presence alone seems magical and quite musical. And you do catch that in his pleated blue tunic and his kind of brown shoes that he's wearing, he does have what looks to be a lyre on his back.
Hi, hello. You have beautiful hair.
Well, thank you. What brings you all to the city? I'm here on travels as well. Are you here for the festival?
And scones, I'm famished.
Oh, sorry, festival. You were saying festival.
Yes, the Festival of Conquerors. Are you familiar with it?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, Succcumber once a year.
No, of course. That's why we're here. Of course.
We are conquerors.
Okay.
Tell me, I am
Can you
young
roll
and
a deception check? A deception check, please, my dear Lilith.
Ooh. Pretty deceptive.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19.
You rolled a natural one. So my dice are hot tonight, eh?
Oh.
He looked at you dumbfounded and he goes, Are you Lilith?
So just don't open the door, please.
Why, yes, I am. And you are.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Seville, Darstong, if you need to know.
And are you here to play some music for the festival?
Yes, I am here to submit myself to the Festival of Conquerors. You see, there's different sort of tiers and championships. You go in, you can submit for different sort of competitions.
Yes, I'm very familiar. I know.
Oh, yes, of
Explain it
course.
to me.
I'm sorry. Am I doing that thing called elf-splaining?
I think that we would like to still know Moira. We would tell us more.
I could learn.
Well, okay. Well, then I will tell your friends who wish to be informed, and not you. Apologies, Lilith. Anyhow, yes. And these other three little halflings are like real excited, and they're like, "We're so excited too. We're all submitting too. Our team name is the Vanquishers, Donald." And Donald's like, "No." And then like Marcus is like, "Yes." And they're all like, "We!" And they all run away up the street.
Hey, Marcus and Donald.
As they all run away and kind of giggle, he kind of looks at them like they're going to be easy to, essentially win over. He's got this sort of cocky look to him as he turns back to you all. And he goes, anyhow, yes, at the 7-string harp in town, just up the glitter gate here. If you follow the pathway, these cobblestones lead upward to the 7-string harp, where there will be a series of competitions that you as a group must submit for. You have to have 6 people, which seems to be quite convenient for you all. I'm looking for some folks if any of you want to join my team. I have a few folks already under my belt, but...
Oh.
Well, now what is this
That could be fun.
competition? What are the components of it?
Well, there are 5 different tiers. It's quite simple. It's a pretty beautiful sort of tavern, inn, I guess you would call it both. The 7-string harp has 7 tiers, upon which there are 6 different competitions, which that's for 6 people. That's often why you have 6 different people involved. There's something equivalent to a fighting pit, arm wrestling, drinking. That's a good one. Food. Yes. Food and music. And then the last one oftentimes is whoever the owner wishes to do. So right now it's not been announced what the final competition will be.
Fauna, what did you say?
I said I was pointing out to Jadishka that there's a drinking competition because I thought that might interest her.
I
Just
mean,
the way that I think the music might interest you, Lilith. That's all.
I
That's
mean,
it.
you know me well
sure.
enough, much, and I feel like it's not a competition. It's not if, it's when. It's just a regular Friday night. They might as well not enter.
Now,
Well, I mean, there is some benefits to entering, just to be clear. I mean, if you and your group win, you get, quite a good amount of gold. You get pampered to a T, and it's an all-inclusive shopping spree upon which I most
Rowan
like.
just starts pushing her.
We are going to enter.
No, hang on.
No, no, sure.
I have one more question. Is this a situation where we send one person in per game or competition or tier or whatever? Or is it we're all competing together?
It is one person usually, representative of the team. However, you can also just have one person do it all. See, I'm considering, because I'm having trouble finding some people that I feel well equipped to just submit for myself and just compete as an individual.
But what are you good at?
Everything.
Besides playing a liar, apparently. You have a liar on your back? No, you're not.
Well, I'm not as good as Lilith, but I am good. As long as Lilith, you can win that competition as long as I can have the others. And then win inevitably.
Sure. Yes, of course.
Well, would you rather have our help or compete against us?
Well, it seems like you already have 6, so I think I might be on my own here unless one of you wishes to step aside and have me step in as your singer and drinker and eater extraordinaire.
I'm actually laughing.
As handsome as you are, I think we're gonna stick as a team.
Very well. I mean, doesn't hurt me. It just means that the chances of competition, as long as you don't get upset with me and afterward, we can all have a drink anyway.
If you're still awake.
That sounds.
Would you like me to accompany you there?
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. So as he does so, he kind of lets you guys in. You just are able to walk through the gates. It's just a very beautiful, my horns have to go down, I'm sorry. Imagine them still on me. It's a very beautiful, multicolored pastel location. You actually can see that there's quite a few other inhabitants as you're walking through. There are dwarfs, sparse, but they are present. Some gnomes and some really beautiful glistening elves that look kind of like almost like they're made of, their skin is of the moon. As you're walking through here, you can see that there's a lot of people getting excited. You can hear them talking about this festival of Conquerors. You can see a lot of them are younger kids who are gathering together, and then parents who are like all also intending on submitting. There's a lot of chattering, and there's a line out the door, and you can tell exactly where the 7-string harp is. From here, as you're approaching it, it's this beautiful, beautiful, sort of glowing white, it almost looks silver, tavern that's up a little bit further, because again, it's all uphill. So you do have to walk a little bit, your thighs getting a little, heavy with each step. But as you're able to walk up this main street, you do pass all these department stores. It's very alive. It's very bright. It's almost like walking down like a main shopping strip, and you can see people selling all different sort of wares. There's fresh food on the outside, and there's people walking out with these huge bags full of just gorgeous gowns. It seems to be a town that has plenty, and it's really beautiful, even though the scent is very flowery mixed with bread, even though some people probably like the combination. As you guys approach the 7-string harp, you can see Seville kind of like make his way straight up to that front entrance, as all of these other sort of people are waiting in line to submit. And you see a table at the front next to the entrance. There's this sort of, I'll say for a better lack of term, shy or demure looking woman who looks very overworked. She has big glasses on, and she seems to have tiny little face and a tiny little ears, and she seems to look like she's maybe a gnome sitting in the front.
I speak to her in Gnomish. Are there any pumpkin scones here?
No. No. Why is there so many people here? Oh me, oh my. Where are you? What's your names? My books are already filled. I can only take one more group.
I'm Rowan of Glen Hollyhock, and this is my group.
What is your group's name?
We're the Pass Without Tracers.
Oh,
That's a good name. Pass without tray. How do you spell that in Gnomish?
Oh, that'll be an ethnical.
Oh, it's so good to hear somebody else speak good old wood gnome. You know that the forest gnomes are always so hard to find nowadays.
They surely are.
Oh, I'm a forest gnome. Anyhow, you should go inside and get ready for the competition. It'll be good fun. You have a little bit of time before everything begins. So she like writes down this. She puts on this sort of like a sticker almost. It looks a little bit like a badge that just kind of right onto your shirt. That seems to have "Pass Without a Trace" written on it with the gnomish underneath written as like an underline. And you guys get all pushed in side by her, and she's like all on your backs pushing you in, and you enter. What is this gorgeous, maybe 6-story, 7-story looking harp? And it's most intriguing in the way that it looks like the harp is on the side and the staircases go up, and then each tier kind of lets out into a room, and there are just people drinking and eating, and it is chaos. There are so many people here.
From henceforth, we are the Pass Without Tracers. I'm going to see what foods there are, and I investigate for food.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to take a lap, as I like to call it, and check out the merchandise.
I want to find out what these different tiers are, what the competition is.
I do too.
So why don't all of you guys tell me what you want to do here, and then we can all do rolls and kind of navigate the terrain that way. So it sounds like Lala and Moira are going to go and try to learn a little bit more about the tiers.
I'll go with them too.
Oh, great. Okay, Lilith will be doing that. And then Dranishka is going to go shop for merchandise.
Merchandise meaning people. I'm looking around and I'm assessing all the people's situations, checking out the merchandise.
Is that what you're checking out, guys, Dranishka?
Yes, little one, that's what it means.
I'm
Would
gonna
you like to come with me? Yes, you're 13 years old still? You're going through the adolescence? I'll show you how it's done.
All right, cool.
And then Alice, what did you want to do again? One more time. You're going for the food, right?
Just looking for some food.
Yeah. So you guys all kind of get together and nod towards one another and break to your usual sort of tavern-esque adventures. So first and foremost, let's have Lala, Moira, and Lilith all roll a quick perception check as you guys are navigating.
9.
I just rolled another dirty 20.
8. Oh, wow.
I'm not perceptive.
Okay. Well, there is somebody leading the road. It is very busy, and there are a lot of people here. And the interior almost feels, because it's such a beautiful sort of marbly silver, there's a lot of noise echoing throughout the chamber. It's got sort of this interesting combination. It feels almost modern and like a gallery or like a ballroom mixed with like a really, really, really alive festival, vibrant, unicorny scene. Like there's a lot of color, there's a lot of flowers, there's a lot. It's very, very, all the color mixed with the white and silver. It's a little overwhelming in terms of the actual visual element. So it's easy to get distracted here and not be able to find what you're looking for. However, with it was a natural 19, right? Or was it 19 in total?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You do see somebody who is at the bar and slowly drinking, not necessarily participating in the events of today, but is watching and looking around curiously. And it seems to be this pretty young girl, maybe 14. She's sitting on the bar and kind of like her legs are kind of just kicking off of it.
Moira, do you want to go talk to that person?
The girl?
Lilith? Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
She
I'll go
seems
talk
to
to the
be
girl.
observing.
I'll go and tap her on the shoulder and say, hello. Could you help us find where we can figure out what these competitions are?
Well, I could, I guess. My mom owns it.
And she would be which one?
She's the big one that like you'll see her around. She's not gonna come down right now because she's on the 7th tier, which is the secret competition.
Well, do you know if there's anywhere else we could figure out what these competitions are so that we may assign our group members?
Oh yeah, well like I know them, I guess.
Would you want to like tell us?
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I also roll a persuasion?
Oh yes, you may. You may.
Very.
Can I?
Yes, of course.
17. This is the third 15 I've rolled in a row.
Got a 17 too.
Oh, okay.
23.
Oh yeah, you guys all did much better than her. And she goes, well, I could tell you, as long as it sounds like you don't really know the competition and you're not from around here. So usually people from the outside, you're not supposed to tell people on the inside because you're supposed to. Anyway, I don't even care anymore. I'll just tell you because you guys seem nice, and scary, but nice. Especially that one with the guitar-y thingy on her back. Hi.
Oh yeah, she's scary, but like in a cool way.
Yeah. I want to be like that. I want to be scary, but in a cool way, so my mom finally pays attention to me. Oops.
Oh dear. Well,
you were saying about the competition, darling.
Yeah, actually, if you guys win it, then my mom might actually be like, kind of like girl power a little bit more because it's a little hard with her. She's always sort of into the other. She's looking for a man. My dad passed away. Anyway,
I'm so sorry.
Oh. Yeah, she's actually been really, really, really all about that life lately. She's been talking about dating and trying to get out on the scene, and yeah, you know how she is. She's when a woman is, lonely, she says, and then she stops talking because I don't know what that means, but
you will when you're older.
Okay. Hey, I'm about that at the age of most halflings and everything here. So, so the first floor, that's the fighting pit. So usually you just go in there and you punch people. It's really simple. It's just like you have to hit them a couple of times and then whoever I guess it's like damages after like some sort of amount of time or does the most or pushes somebody out of a ring, I think it is, either or, then you're good. And you win that one. Then the other one's arm wrestling. That one's really simple. You just take your arm and then you take another arm.
Yeah.
And then you wrestle it.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, we're familiar.
Oh, you are? You arm wrestle?
I throw a wink to Moira and Lala. I'm just like.
Yes, of course.
Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Oh, and then there's one that's the drinking competition. Which is like
Ranishka will be into that.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend Ranishka.
Deciding party members and what they can do.
Oh, okay. Super cool. I want to like be your fan. What's your party's name? Oh, I see. Pass Without a Tracers. Really cool. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I can cheer you guys on from the side or something.
Love that.
Thank you.
Did you tell me your names yet?
I'm Lilith.
So
Lilith Lucena.
Moira.
Lala.
My name is Mishka.
Hello, Mishka.
Mishka. It's nice to meet Mishka. I've never made that joke before. Anyway.
Very clever.
Thank you. So drinking, and there's the food competition where you have to like eat the most amount of food. It's all like I think it's all custard tarts this year. It's all bread based, so you have to be like your stomach has to be really like.
I think Rowan might be into that.
I think so too.
And then there's the music ring, so you have to play competitive music and be like all about that life, which is pretty. That's pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? Intensive, I guess. If you got to be good at music, but you look like you're good at music, so.
She is.
I get by.
And then there's the game, like the playing cards tier. So that's like just a game of chance and luck. That's pretty simple. It's just, but you do have to be smart about how you play it and how you bluff. And then the last tier again is my mom's tier, the 7th tier. It's her secret tier.
Do you know what it is yet?
No, I don't. Nobody does. Usually they only release it at different times. So like, you compete and then you get to go up and you get to go up and nobody knows until you're at the final tier.
What kind of competition was it the last couple of years?
Oh, let's see. Well, one year it was axe throwing. Another year, I don't know how she did it, but she got a jousting pit up there and a bunch of people on horses jousting. And then one year it was a fashion competition. Not sure what it's going to be this year.
Well, this has been most helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Mishka, everybody, this is I'm cheering these girls on. So she just starts to get like super nerdy and like starts to like walk behind you, and you can see that some of her friends who are about her age are, asking curiously about who you guys are.
Mishka, we have a girl about your age on our team.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
She's a very powerful cleric. She's very cool.
I want to meet her. So as she again geeks out, let's go over to Rowan, who is scouring for food right now. So can I have you roll an investigation check?
10.
10. Okay, so there's a lot of food here, but it seems to all be, you can see people grabbing it and bringing it up the staircase that's to the left that kind of lets out to all of these different tiers. And you can see they're all bringing it up to somewhere around the 5th or 6th row up. It's a little bit further up. And all the food's just going up there. Nobody is like eating that food, but you can see people ordering food from the bar. That seems to be placeholder food in the meantime.
Placeholder food. Okay. Okay, I see them all talking at the bar, and I walk up. Can't find any food in this place. They're all taking it away.
Oh, love, that's because all the food's going up to the food tier for the food competition later. Usually people, unless they're onlookers, they don't want to stuff their stomachs beforehand. So people tend to eat quite light.
You said there's a food competition.
Oh, the best food competition in Succumber. All of the great bakers in town have been summoned right now in order to make brilliant savory tarts and breads in order for them to be eating as much as they can upstairs, and whoever eats the most without vomiting gets the gold.
Ooh. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I scurry over to my teammates and I tell them, hey, I pull on Lilith. I'm like, hey, there's a food competition. I think I'd better enter that one. And to prevent me from throwing up, I think I'm going to take a wee hit from my herbalism kit to help prevent nausea.
I think that's a great idea, Rowan.
Thank you. Now, however, being that it is a food competition and I have probably the weakest stomach of, well, except for you, Lala, do we think that I'm the best one to enter? Oh, yes, I'm the best one to enter. What am I talking about?
You've eaten more than the rest of us in one sitting many times.
Oh, yes,
I've
definitely.
seen you put away quite a few pastries, so I'm not really concerned about you being able to pass this test.
I got it.
And I mean, I'm generally impressed by the amount of food people can eat in general, but you're small and you can put away a lot.
Thank you.
So we have Rowan in the food section. We have Dranishka in the drinking section. What about the rest?
As you guys decide on exactly how to handle it, start to talk between one another. Rowan, you are smoking from your herbalism kit, if I'm not incorrect here?
Just one hit.
Okay, well, I'm going to say that's enough for funs and games. And you know how this usually works. You know how it helps you and you know how it relaxes you and gets you hungry. You'll have advantage to wisdom and constitution checks or saving throws, so within that world. But you will have disadvantage for intelligence and dexterity checks.
Don't need to be smart to eat or dexterous.
Sounds right.
So you feel like your balance is a little off and you're not thinking quite as quickly in terms of book knowledge, but you feel wise and you feel strong in terms of your ability to consume.
And if I thought I was hungry before, now I'm getting the munchies.
So as you're doing that, let's go over to Dranishka and Fauna, who are looking around as best they can. Can I have you both roll a perception check as your eyes are scouring?
What did you say, perception? Yeah. I rolled a natural 20. So
Oh my God.
And 2, so 22.
The eyes on.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
We're both on fire.
So Dranishka, tell me what you're looking for because you're gonna find it.
Wait, this is am I still in mourning, or is this before my lover is?
Your lover has recently passed away within about the last couple of months.
Yeah, the first person I ever said I love you to. So we'll keep that in mind. I'm on a mission. She's on a mission to find. You know what? She's just gonna tell you this in Fauna. I am brokenhearted. I have cried many seas of tears. I almost rusted my light armor. I am looking for some fun. I need to just get out of my own body, maybe into someone else's. So we're going to look around and you're going to look for me, okay? I want just someone strong, and I had a little man, he was a dwarf. Now I want someone just my size, big muscles. I want if someone could pick me up, dreams. Throw me around, even better. Okay?
With that, you kind of like oof, and you knock as you're telling us to Fauna. There's like a shadow behind you. And there's a moment that passes that, like, Fauna, you just look up and your finger like slowly rises. And Dranishka, you see behind you this like 7.5 foot, like towering man that looks like he might be dragonborn as well. He is square jawed. He is scaled like you, but has the features of a human, and his scales come up to plaited hair. So he's got this like really big, strong look to him. He's not even really wearing armor. His body looks like natural armor, but he's wearing this beautiful, beautiful golden tunic to match with his golden scales.
Dranishka, I think that's what you're looking for.
Oh, yeah. And I almost cannot speak, which is very rare. I take a breath and I look up and I say, dragon? Born? I've never met a dragon, by the way, this whole time. All our adventures, never a dragon. I start speaking in Draconic. Because I can do that. Never spoken it before. And I say, you come here often?
Nice, strong woman, eh? My name's Josidiel. It's nice to meet you.
Josidiel? You are wearing a lovely gold tunic. A gold dragon, maybe?
Is a gold dragon in your color is just to die for because of the color. It's so rich.
They go well together, these metallics, no?
Yes, I think they would. It's been a long time since I've seen another dragonborn.
You're a big hunk of man. Do you know this?
That's why I'm here. Submit to the competition, show off my strength, find me a good woman, all the things I want.
Oh, you're single?
I've only been single. My one true love, Babushk, she left me a long time ago, and been looking ever since.
Wait, you're recently single?
I can't talk about it.
But I'm recently. I don't want to say widower, but widower. I'm just saying.
Yes, it's hard for me. I don't know if I'm ready yet, but I do. I could use a night. But first, I must do the competition. It's a pleasure to meet you, Dranishka.
You too. I'll see which competition.
He's already like walked away. He's already.
I'll check you later. But whichever your name, I don't know how to say it. Fauna.
Radishka, did you like him? I couldn't understand what you were saying, but it seemed like there was electricity between you two.
Fauna. When I say electricity, I mean fireworks and lightning. This is the man. This is it. I mean, I'm not over the other one, but like for now, this is it.
That's amazing. I've never been in love, but I hope to fall in love for reals.
Weren't you in love before? You were crazy over the guy.
I've been crazy in love with everyone, but I've never.
I know this. It was a nightmare.
I'm sorry. But also, I've never been in real, true, reciprocated, forever marriage love.
Well, darling, let me tell you, as someone who's done it one time, I feel like it will happen for you too. Do you want to look for you? Do you want to look for men for you? Or should we go meet the girls so we can go and to start the contest? Because sooner the contest is over, sooner I can go on my date. Just saying.
Okay, well, I'm of the mindset right now. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So let's go find the girls, and maybe I'll find my man on the way.
No marriage before 18. Go on.
So as you guys walk back, you do see your party hanging out nearby at a standing table. They seem to be chatting, and you can see Moira very actively with a piece of scrap paper and a piece of charcoal, kind of like writing things down, trying to figure out maybe some sort of assignment. As you guys are approaching Fauna, you do see, as your eyes look up, they're busy right now setting up all of this sort of bread stations and drinking stations and playing card tables, but you do catch what appears to be quite a few young looking halflings who are keeping busy with their work, but do seem attractive just far away. So there seems to be some hope in the distance, just not immediately. And your eyes get a little distracted as Dranishka drags you up to the table with all your friends.
Come over here, little one. We'll,
There's some hotties work at the event.
Hotties? I've never heard you use this word, hotties. I'm teaching you well, but for now we have to win.
Okay, maybe they'll be impressed by my winning.
Which event? Okay, gals. How are we looking? How are we going to divide this up?
So the tiers that we have so far are fighting, just an all-out brawl, I assume. Arm wrestling, drinking, which we assumed, Dranishka, you might want to take?
Yes, but I also have strength, so maybe I should forfeit my favorite activity.
But you could do more than one, also.
Yeah, because there are 7 tiers, and there's only 6 of us.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So then we have food, which we assumed Rowan, and music, which Lilith. So we have essentially whatever this last one is, the playing cards, bluffing one, fighting and arm wrestling to do.
I think Fauna might do well in the bluffing arena.
Sometimes I'm really bad at lying, though. I feel like Lala's a really good deceptor.
Oh, she is a very good deceptor.
I point to Lala.
But she's so little. Oh, true. But
that's why she'd be good.
Might be rough.
I'm also not very strong, so maybe I should just be a cheerleader. And then if the last event is something that's good for me, then I can do it, or someone else can do it. But
isn't there an arm wrestling competition as well?
There is.
There's fighting, arm wrestling, and playing cards that we essentially haven't.
I feel like Mola and Dranishka are going to be the best fighters and arm wrestlers. Just saying.
Well, it depends. Can I use spells? Do we have weapons? Am I just punching?
Yeah, because depending on the type of fighting, I could fight pretty well.
As you guys say that, you hear Mishka come run forward. And she goes, "Hey, sorry, I was overhearing your conversation.
Oh, sure.
it sounded like you had some. Hi, I'm Mishka. Everybody, I am your number one fan. See, I got a button that says number one fan of Pass Without Chasers.
Wow.
Oh, so fast.
Hi.
Thanks. Hi, I'm really, really good at cross stitching. I can cross stitch anything you want.
That's so cool. Maybe you could cross stitch me something.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I'm a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Nervous. I don't know you guys, and are you part of the group?
Yeah, remember the halfling I was telling you about that's the same age as you?
Oh my God, how did you do it? I thought you were just one of us. Wait, you're part of this group? You're part of this group? How do I do it? I'm your age. How do I join the group?
You have to be like a really good fighter. I do a lot that's like beyond my age because
I'm really good at cross stitching.
Yeah, well, you guys, she's really cool, and she could cross stitch. Can she maybe join the group?
I think the competition only allows 6 people, right?
It does, but maybe I can join your group after. That way I'll run away with you guys, and my mom will notice, and then she'll try to find me.
We'll talk about this after.
Yeah, we'll have a conversation after.
Yeah.
How about that?
We deal with one little one, I think.
This is my chance to be cool.
You are cool.
This is my chance to be cool friends.
You're standing with about a
We're not cool?
She thinks we're cool.
Oh, yeah. No, you guys are so cool. I just meant like my age.
Well, that's fair.
Well,
Also, she's
anyway,
still standing.
I was overhearing you guys. Sorry to butt in.
Yes,
But yeah, so you can't use weapons. This is all like nobody wants to actually get hurt here. That's what my mom always says. And then you can do spells, but as long as they don't hurt people. That's the thing. They cannot hurt people, but you can you can help your friends out if you want to. Like you can give them, I think she calls it like buffs and stuff like that. That's fine. You can wear your armor, they said. Because like it's not like you're getting hurt. You're just like getting punched around a little bit. With the fighting pit. Yeah, I hope that helps. Does it help?
Yes, it does. Are we able to use spells inside of the ring? Is that yes?
Yes, it's again, as long as they don't hurt people. That's the thing.
Okay, I might be able to do this then.
Hurt people?
How do you win if you're not hurting people?
Well, it's a contest. Essentially, you have to push them out of the ring by holding on to them and getting them out of the ring. Or if you knock them hard enough and essentially get them off their feet and then push them out of the ring, you'll win either way. The goal is to get them out of the fighting ring, and you can hurt them, and there's medics on the ready, but it's recommended that we've only had one person ever pass out, ever.
So you want to be able to push them out of the ring?
Yeah.
Is that possible, ladies, to do without brute force?
Well, no, that's why there's definitely blood. All the dudes are like going to be yelling and screaming. I'm going to be yelling and screaming too in the corner.
And then the arm wrestle, you cannot use spells for power. You just have to use brute strength as well?
You can use any spells you want at any tier, as long as it's not going to hurt people.
Yes.
And I'm begging your pardon, but when you say hurt people, is it okay if they take a little bit of damage, just not kill them? Or do you mean they cannot have a scratch?
You can only do that, like the hurting part, because there's medics on the first floor. That's the fighting pit floor.
So like an ensnaring strike or something would be good, but
yeah, I've seen that.
Would not.
I don't know what that is, but the ensnaring strike one I've seen before, and I know that's okay.
Are we allowed to do spells to help our friend in the ring?
Oh, yes, because that's why you sign up with a group. Because your group is supposed to help you. So usually you don't want to sign up alone unless you think you're like really cocky and good at something.
Yeah, who would do that?
Over in the distance, you all look, and Seville is just in the corner. You see with one hand, he's like playing with cards, and another he has the loot. And then he's also arm wrestling the cards. He's trying to do it all.
Okay then, Seville.
Praise that one. So
well, that's very helpful.
Yes, thank you.
Right?
Yes. I mean, my AC right now is an 18, and I can use a spell to make it 20. So
yeah,
I'm hard to hit.
And if we can do spells on the outside, I can maybe like confuse them or something.
Yes.
I wish there were some sort of spell so you could get grounded or rooted in the earth and then they cannot move you.
Well, didn't your thing, your viney thing, on your
Ensnaring strike.
Yes.
Yes, but that would be whoever I hit and whoever
Maybe
I
you could
damaged.
pull them out with the vine. No? No.
I could at least hit them and then drag them.
Yes,
Who knows?
dragging counts.
Um,
Get them out.
you can see Mishka kind of look at you guys really curious and say, "Oh, I can see they're going to ring the bell soon. So you guys probably once they ring the bell, every tier gets a bell ring, so we know when it's ended and when it's begun. And you usually only get put against one people, and then it whittles down as it goes up. Just so you know, if you make it, hopefully to the last tiers, because you just it gets taller and the building kind of goes up because there's not as much room. Anyway, bye. I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna go make more.
Bye.
Thank you. More buttons. Wait, Fauna, what do you want me to cross stitch you? I'll cross stitch it.
Oh, I don't know. Whatever you think is like really cool.
Okay, you guys, cool. And then she runs away and she starts to stitch all your faces in a little. stitching.
Ivana, she thinks
guys-
they're cool.
Yeah, she thinks you're cool, so I'm good.
Good to know.
Like you're my friend.
So we still have arm wrestling to do.
I could do two.
Do you want to drink and arm wrestle?
I think that's a
Which
great
one,
idea.
Which one comes first? I usually do both at the bar anyway. My strength is a lot. My strength is very big.
But we gotta make sure she arm wrestles before she drinks.
Yeah,
I don't know what
arm
the
wrestling
order
is 2, drinking is 3.
Well, if they're doing it that in order.
Or does drinking give you...
Lilith could do drinking as well.
I could do drinking as well, but
then you have to play music.
But then I have to play music, and I will not win.
I've heard you sing and drink. I've seen me fight and drink, so.
You want to arm wrestle?
Sure.
Yes? Okay. All right, we'll put you down for that one.
Great.
Wait,
Okay.
so who's doing the fighting?
I
You
think
are.
me.
Moira.
I think that makes sense.
Yes.
And with that, ding, 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 ding.
Ah!
You hear the bell ring and everyone starts to gather. There's all these people kind of taking the last bit of food or drink. There seems to be a lot of people who are going to be just spectators, cheering from the sidelines and watching. But there's a solid, from what you can tell from that tiny little gnomish woman that skirts through and it's like, excuse me, oh, please move, as she walks through everything with her big giant glasses. There seems to be about somewhere between 12 to 16 groups that have signed up. As you guys are walking in, Seville is kind of right behind you guys, and you can hear his voice kind of drop. I'll say probably behind Moira as she's walking into the fighting pit, and he goes, "Well, it looks like I'm going to be going in solo, so I wish you all the best of luck. May
Thank you.
the gods you pray to guide you, and may your voices be as sweet as mine."
Ugh.
Sure, thank you, Seville. We'll see you later.
And he just like walks in and starts to go over to one of the corners that he's assigned. So that tiny little skittish gnomish woman runs up to you guys and looks at you really confused with her big glasses and that kind of make her eyes even bigger. And she blinks a couple times. She goes, who will be doing the fighting competition from your group?
That's me.
Ooh, a strong one. Well, okay, then let's begin.
Hey, Moira, I'm gonna bless you really fast.
Oh, thank you.
Bless this mess.
Bless this mess, please.
And when you can roll a d4 and add the number to the attack roll or to save a throw.
Thank you, little one.
Whenever you attack in the next minute.
Perfect. Okay.
Excuse me, when can I cast something that might help her out?
Oh, she had already run over to another group, but catches you asking, and she's running. She runs back very quickly. You can do it now or right before it begins. There will be another bell to signify. It sounds a little different. It's not like a ding, ling, 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 but it's like a ding, and that sound is the one that tells you that the fighting will begin.
Sorry. Wait. Somebody has another question. So everybody's asking me questions. What do you need?
I just want to know, when will this fight be happening? Because I would like to bestow my friend with some bardic inspiration.
Oh, within the minute, darling. Within the minute.
As she runs back and starts to chat.
Well,
Okay.
I bless you with some
I
bardic
would like.
inspiration.
thank you.
I'm gonna cast some conjured woodland beings, and I'm gonna tell them that they have to obey you.
Okay, all right. I wonder if I can just call them to attack.
Or scurry around the person's feet so they fall over.
Will that work? I've never used this spell before. Can I do that? Can I conjure woodland beings?
You
and
can do
call them
whatever
to-
you want. Conjure
Okay.
woodland. I actually genuinely have never
And they last
heard of
for an
anyone.
hour, and they'll be very obedient to you. So you can tell them to help us.
They're special.
So what would you like to create? Specifically, conjure woodland beings is a fey creature. So you can choose one fey creature of a certain rating, 2, 4, or 8. It just depends on which sort of creature you're going to evoke.
How many fawns can I get?
Oh, you just want you want fawns?
Really complete my Snow White look.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if fawns are as D&D. Let me look this up and see if they're even considered in the wheelhouse.
Is a fawn like a
Well,
deer?
how about deer? We'll call them deer in this world. Yeah, that feels normal.
Or are you talking
Do
like
they have
fawns like
antlers?
the
Oh, you're talking about the ones that
Like
have
Mr. Tumnus.
that are standing.
Satyrs. Yeah.
Oh, satyr.
Oh, satyrs.
A satyr, sure.
Oh,
No, not baby
yeah.
deer.
You can totally summon some satyrs. Let me see what challenge rating they are as I look this up for you.
Send me in with a whole band of satyrs.
That's what I'm imagining.
Yes.
So they are at, let me see, woodland beings. What a fun spell. You can have up to 4 of them.
Wait.
more satyrs?
4 satyrs.
Yes.
That'll do anything that you verbally command.
Oh my god. Just to headbutt everyone out of the ring.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
They defend themselves from hostile creatures.
Yes, Rowan, can you describe to me what these 4 satyrs look like that you
Yeah.
summon? Yeah.
They pop up. They're all about 4 feet tall. And there's one with black hooves, and he's just sort of snorting already and stomping the ground, scraping, getting ready. And he's like, oh, oh. And then you have one that's a little more timid. He's a blondie, and he's like, oh, I just wanted to nap. And then you have a pink one, and she is here for the party. She's got glitter. She has these gorgeous little earrings, but they seem to be rather invisible. So no one can yank them out, so you see. And then the last one, because you don't know how dirty it'll get.
Yes, of course.
The last one, she's polka dotted like a Dalmatian, but in satyr form.
I love them. They're perfect.
Yeah, you have these
They're all
4,
yours, darling.
these 4 satyrs, like all kind of like one size, one's excited, one's kind of skittish, and they all run forward and surround you. You have 4 satyrs around you.
Okay. Well, I hope they'll let me take them into the ring. I assume they will.
They'll do
Yeah.
anything you tell them for an hour.
You hear like a little bell, dong,
Oh god,
go
a
off.
second one.
As you can hear the summon or the sort of gathering and this disperse of the crowd as you can see the fighting pits arrive. You had been assigned a very particular one that you all had been brought to. So you just walk into this ring, this pit, which is only about the radius is no more than 10 feet. So it's the diameter is not huge. It's 20 foot sort of sphere here that we're working with, circle. And as you walk in, there's people already like chanting and cheering, and you see before you this sort of this halfling who looks weaker, but you can tell right away that looks can be deceptive. She appears to be maybe in her mid-20s. And you can tell that she just put down a pretty beautiful sword that she gently put outside the ring and has stepped into the fighting pit with. She cracks her knuckles a couple times and then gets ready to rumble. Moira, what do you do?
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself and step into the ring with my satyr friends.
You got this, girl. You got this. We are here behind you.
I'm going to try and crack my knuckles through my armor, and it just doesn't quite work.
No.
All right.
You take one step forward. The four satyrs, there's a beat where people are like, why are more coming in? And then you can see the gnomish forest gnome girl go, oh no, they were summoned to a part of his spell. They're fine to go in. So four satyrs all walk behind you and pose like a boy band.
This is all I've ever wanted. Just take my photo.
The visual I see in my head as this little halfling girl goes in. So let's roll first and foremost initiative.
Oh,
also it says that you roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group, which have their own turns.
Yes, you may.
I took out the camera from my explorer's pack and I took an old-fashioned picture of you with the boy band.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now,
my posse.
Now, because of the rules of the ring, it's a little different. It's not like a traditional everyone has initiative. What the satyrs are going to do they're going to give you advantage on certain checks because they can have cool moves that benefit you because it's only a one-on-one competition. But we'll play with them as if they're like assisting you in ramming and helping get the person out of the ring, which will benefit you and give you advantage on pretty much all the checks here. So they rolled pretty dang high. What did you roll?
17.
17. They rolled a 22. I rolled a nat 20 on that one.
Oh.
So this little halfling girl kind of takes a moment and looks quite cute and docile. But then the moment that she's like ready to go, this like wind, this just running up at you as quickly as possible, fast on her feet, definitely Lightfoot, goes in and goes to swing at your jaw to try to stagger you back. What's your AC?
20.
20?
Yes.
A 19 does not hit. Barely misses there. As her hand goes up and she kind of clocks against your armor and almost hits your face. So she takes a moment and falls to her feet and staggers back a little.
That's right, B.
Can I kick her?
Yeah.
I just want to put my foot in the middle of her chest and just shove her back.
Like a solid Spartan kick?
Yes, a Spartan kick.
Let's have that be a roll to hit. Or are you just trying to do like a strength or dex check here?
I just want to push her back.
Okay, great. So that is a shove. So I want you to make a quick strength check and she will roll against that.
Remember, you're blessed.
Thank you. Yes.
While she's doing that, I feel like we're all getting super excited on the sidelines, and I know.
Yeah. Are you all cheering?
Like almost with fire, but not because But it comes a little bit out of the nostrils because she's like, yeah, like that. Intense. It's too much.
No, it's good. It's perfect. That's a 24.
Really? Wow, she rolled a 22, but you are able to. Her contest was super high, but you're just strong as you're able to get your foot up and push her 5 feet back. She is now about 5 feet away from the back of that ring because you were able to. So one more really good kick, and you know she's gonna tumble. But it's now her turn. As she kind of finds her footing once more, I'm assuming you advanced. Did you advance as well? Like move 5 feet forward to her? Okay.
Yes.
So you move 5 feet towards her. Now she's kind of on the outside of the ring and you're on the inside of the ring, only 5 feet behind. As this is all happening, she kind of takes a moment. She looks a little nervous. She's going to go and she's going to try to trip you. So I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
How dare she?
Dexterity saving throw. Oh, I have bless. Okay. Oh God, what is it? It's a 14.
Fortunately, not enough. As her foot is able to kind of get out from under you, she's able to just clip you enough that you slide and you fall. She takes a moment. She goes, and then she goes down to grab your foot. That's probably going to be her next round. But it's your turn, Moira. What do you want to do? You also have all these satyrs boy banding behind you.
Can I So she's going to grab my foot. Can I grab her by the wrists as soon as she gets my foot and throw her over the back of me? Just like,
Ooh. Yeah, make a strength check. That's awesome.
oh! 31.
A what?
A 31.
A 31? Oh, sorry. I just screamed that. I could hear the echo. What? How did you roll that? What?
Well, it was a nat 20 and I added from there.
Oh my God. Then describe to me what happens. Nat 20. Go girl.
I grab her by the wrists and I look her in the eyes and I say, I'm sorry. And I just throw her in the air bodily away from me towards a line in a circle.
Yeah, and you get her up and she starts to fly and you're like, whoa! And she's going, you can see her eyes open as she's about to topple over the outside of the ring. But so she's just gonna make a quick dexterity saving throw. Oh wow, that was almost a very good roll. However, she does not make it as you're able to lift her up and throw her behind you as she exits the ring. And people start to cheer around you. Got her out of that ring.
You showed her who was boss.
The satyrs are doing hoof kicks.
Well, I was just gonna write Moira in the sky in glitter.
That's so short.
Not people over my head. We're all. I grabbed someone, hug them.
Is she okay? Can I go and see if she's okay?
Yeah, she. If there were birds around the top of her head, they would be there. But she is absolutely fine. And you were the first person to knock her out and get anybody out of the ring. So right away, the forest gnome woman comes up to you, Moira, kind of looking, and she goes, okay, gold for you. Then you get 1 gold. So that's as it make sure you hold on to it.
Okay.
I need to make sure and keep my eyes and wits about me to see who gets the silver. But you get the gold on the first floor. So well done. What's your name?
Moira Muirin.
Moira, the pass without traces. Got it. As she walks away and writes down your name, and you get this sort of little, it looks like a little harp that's made out of gold, like a little sort of peg.
Wow, you won! I support you.
Thank you. I did not expect it to go that well.
You're a beast.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
You
I try and work out as much as I can. But
very good.
In the distance, you hear cheers again, and you catch that somebody seems to have gotten the silver. Janishka, you know this. It's Jositel. Your man.
What is his name again?
Jositel.
Grositel.
Jositel.
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 Okay, Jositel.
Jositel. The big, tall, strong man is able very quickly to get this sort of dwarf. He kind of almost just picks him up at the end and just like gently places him on the ground as everyone starts to cheer. Much less active than Moira's sort of toss. And then you hear another big roar right after that. You didn't catch, because it's a little bit further in the distance, who and what's fighting, but it is Seville who seems to take the bronze.
I won't go away. I don't like him.
As Trinishka vocalizes her dislike of Seville. So funny. No, it's fine. You can tell that people are starting to gather and some of the other activities are starting to end and other people are fighting for different sort of tiers. As you can hear the dong of the bell, and you can hear like, just make sure that you all heal up if anybody needs any healing over in the corner. And we're about to go to the next tier. Good job, everybody! As everyone like cheers and beer just goes everywhere. There's a lot of alcohol available too, if anybody wants to grab it in between tiers.
I'll grab one. Why not?
Yeah, Moira, she's becoming the best of all of us.
You deserve it.
Oh no, not the best. Absolutely not. No, it's just time for a drink.
That's the thing. I love it.
As this is happening, Mishka, she walks over and she like hands you this big beer. She can tell you were looking as you kind of grab it from her hand.
Oh, you darling! Thank you so much.
It's a really good batch.
Thank you.
And you drink it. It's so crispy. The beer is almost like it's odd. It's very clear looking, almost like the water from the river has infused into the beer itself. But when you drink it, it has layers to it. It has this sort of light, I'll say, almost like a rhubarb mixed with like this sort of chocolatey strawberry. So it's got this real dance going on in your mouth that you were not expecting. It's almost like a stout that's clear.
I like this. This is
Okay, I
very
want
good.
one.
Yeah, this is very nice. Oh, thank you. Oh, ew.
You have a good time slugging it down.
Delicious.
Anybody else wants to grab one, it's easy. There's a bunch kind of going out. They do ask for a gold in return. Moira just gets it on the house, but everybody else is asking for a gold.
How much for a thimble?
You can have some of mine. Do you want to share?
Sure.
I'm waiting.
Thank you.
You get a little thimble, Lala. You dip it into Moira's cup. Have a swig of it. It is delicious, and you can tell that a lot of these are deceiving. They could definitely high alcohol content could get you on the floor in a bit.
Moira, can I smell your beer?
Of course. Now, do you want to take a very small sip? Very small. A tiny one. You can say
I don't
no.
know.
You can
It
say no.
feels
Yeah. Go ahead and smell it.
You can also stick your pinky in. That's what that's what I used to do when
Only
I was
Only if you want.
born.
Okay.
It tastes like pee.
No, it doesn't taste like pee. It tastes like strawberries and chocolate. No?
When you-
Okay.
Okay. Pee.
No. Do you want a water? We'll get you a water. That's you've had okay. All right, we'll get you a
I
water
want
instead.
juice. I want
Juice?
juice.
I'll get you a juice. All right. I'm
As
gonna
you
go
guys
get a
are
juice.
chatting, and there seems to be a little bit of time in between the tiers here, you can see Justidio from a distance. Janishka, he kind of looks to you and kind of nods, and then does like a little like finger gun.
And I just give him a wink and a nod.
He's looking for you. He's trying to impress you a little bit. He blushes underneath the golden scales and
Ah.
quickly turns away.
Okay.
Do you guys wish to do anything else? It seems like the next round is happening. If you guys want to look around or ask anybody who's won, you can do whatever you guys want to do on this floor to make yourself as strong on the next.
I just want to make sure to bless Janishka before her round.
And this, and I should have paid attention, and that means what for me?
Arm wrestling.
You could roll a 1d4 on every one of your, I guess, attack roll. I don't know if you're going to be attacking with, but
I don't know, because to me it seems like a round you can fast forward if you must, because I'm so strong.
attack roll or saving throw. You could
If anyone wanted to fast forward, they could. It's like these D4, yes. I mean, I'm stretching in the corner, on the pole, on the everything. I'm stretching.
You're stretching. And with that, look at the little D4. It's so pretty. You hear the ding, 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 signifying the next tier. As you guys all walk up the harp to the next floor, everyone's talking, really excited. Seville has a little bit of a crowd going around him too. A lot of these young halflings as well, and some of the humans really engaged with him. He seems very charming. He definitely has an air to him that is one of confidence and sort of commanding this sort of presence around him. As he's kind of walking away, Justidio goes up to Janishka and kind of whispers behind her and goes, "Are you going to be doing the arm wrestling competition?"
Of course I am. Have you seen these guns? And I take them out, and they're huge, rippling, feminine, but rippling, big dragon biceps.
He goes, yeah, my last love, she was so tiny and small. This is
Mine too. I haven't been picked up and thrown around in a hot minute.
Oh.
I'm just sorry. I have to.
Yes, we have to focus on the competition.
Okay, you have a great time.
Yes, have a good time. Good. I wish you luck. As he walks away and hides in a corner over there, and you can see him just sort of collect and stare at the wall for a bit, and then deep breaths and turns back around. But everyone's starting to gather up here. It's a little bit thinner in terms of the groups that are competing. You can see that they're rotating around, trying to get other people to get certain golds and silvers, because you can see at some point there are racking up. People are getting nervous about not having enough golds or silvers or bronzes to get them to that final tier, whatever that might be. So as everything's going on, Jornishka, you take a moment and you are escorted from that with that little forest gnome. She kind of walks forward and she asks who's going to be doing it. points to you, grabs you by the arm, and drags you into the far right corner where you are sat down at a very, very hard, sort of rough oak table that's no more than 2 feet long. There's this stool that seems to have been made out of like an old log, and you're just sat down on it. And then right away, you can see that the forest gnome woman goes up and offers like hot towels to your friends.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's nice.
fancy. Oh, I like it.
Usually people
you.
massage the person who's about to, or
Oh.
puts the towel on the
Oh
person
yes,
who's about to.
I'll go massage
Okay.
your shoulders.
Ladies, use it on yourselves. This is my treat. I'm
No,
ready.
I would- No, I'm done for the day. I'm going to use mine on you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, everybody
I'm
has their
pounding
methods.
her calves.
Oh, you get in there. Get in there, Rowan.
I'm massaging her shoulders.
Hiya.
Bicep muscle. Yes.
As this is all happening, Dranishka, somebody gets escorted to sit at the opposite side of the table with you. It's a striking sight. It is a dwarf, a reminder of
Oh
your
no.
former love, sitting at the table. Looks nothing like him, but is a dwarf. And it's hard to look at another dwarf and not reflect as you see this guy kind of spit in a corner, and he's got some teeth missing. He's got a big brown beard that just needs to be shaved, and he's got sort of these grimy looking hands. Wash your hands, kids. But he's got grimy looking hands.
Dranishka, you've got this.
So,
You've got this.
there's a lot of things going around at the moment, sir, and I'm usually one for dirt eating it. But ladies, someone hand me a towel.
Maggie, prestidigitate my hand. And this woman, Maggie, kind of waddles over. You can see this like elven woman like roll her eyes as she like does some sort of spell, and it's prestidigitation as his hand is cleared. And he goes,
It's just
Alright.
the end.
it's just his hand, just from the
It's a cup of dirt.
That's all I need, honey. I must tell you, I have a lot of respect for dwarves, but for this purpose of today, you are my enemy.
As he grabs your hand, and you hear the gong begin as the two of you clasp and begin a contest of strength. So, can I please have you roll a strength check?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just shouting from the sidelines in Draconic, you got this, Tradeshka!
16 with the 4. Oh no, wait, no, I did not roll that.
You're blessed.
It's 14.
Ooh, how much?
14.
14. That's actually enough. He did not roll very high. So the two of you have your hands clasped, and he's like gritting his teeth, and he's biting down on some sort of hard jerky or some sort of wood piece. It's hard to tell, but he's got it in his mouth, so that way he can just grind away and push your hand to the other side. However, you very quickly get him down about a quarter of the way. And you're already making ground on this as he kind of takes a moment, and he looks kind of quizzically at this, and he goes, you don't know what you're messing with.
I'm trying to get it down, but it's not usually much stronger than this.
Me too. As you make another strength check.
Could you please play with me? Now I need the natural 20. Okay, that's better. So dirty 20 plus this is 22.
Good if he had not rolled a natural 20. So
I could see it on your face, Kelly. I could
yeah,
see it.
sorry.
I saw your face. I was like, she rolled a natural 20.
As he takes a moment and he goes, it's like his mouth grits and all the veins in his body just like gets stronger. As he grabs your hand and he pushes you almost all the way down, and you are like all the way on the other side, one more push away from losing.
Don't let him take you!
You got it!
The rage.
Okay. Do you rage?
Does that help?
Sure,
Yes.
I'll say it helps. It'll give you advantage on your strength checks here. So what do you do when you go into rage and he's like gritting his teeth and trying to push your hand down? What do you
I
say?
look deep into his eyes and I start fire coming out my nose. As I go like that, damn it. And I get upset.
Did you roll with advantage?
Oh, I do with rage. Look, maybe she's a different dice. Okay. Not really that great, but 18.
Okay, he did not roll as well this time, so that's lucky for you. As you're able to get your hand to even, and you guys are back on even playing fields right now.
Never ending.
All right, here it goes.
Again?
He takes a moment. He looks to you. His eyes kind of widen in fear. You get advantage still. Don't forget, because you're raging.
I like this one. Natural 20. Yeah.
All right. So tell me, how do you slam his hand down? What does this look like? Because he is not ready for it.
I'm holding his this, and I look into his eyes, and I say, "What? Was it Walton?"
Yeah, that was your lover.
This is what Walton.
Oh.
The dust comes up from the table, and I shoot up. Look at my girls, and I jump into them like moshing.
Yes, you did it. Fantastic. Oh, God. You can hear him in the corner go, "Who's Walden?" as he walks away.
I think was that was.
Walton. Yeah. As you guys are doing this, like there's this cheers and this sort of like celebration. Once again, that some of the halflings that have the strap around their neck with the boxes and the beer in it come around and offer you a drink, a congratulatory drink, with a delicious sort of unicorn brew. As you can hear the scurrying of feet and people cheering around you as this little forest gnome girl, once more, this little forest gnome woman, shuffles her little toes and comes up and she goes, wow, you guys are strong. Oh, all right. Okay, you get the gold again.
Yeah. Oh,
well done.
Gold. Is it a harp? The same looking?
Yes, it is the same sort of little golden harp that is placed into your hand.
I thought this time.
As you're doing this, you can hear cheers roar once more. It does seem that he has won as well the silver in this competition, being as strong as he is. He takes a moment, almost winning at the same time as you, Janishka, as he stands up and looks over to you automatically, thinking he's going to get the gold. And you can see the little forest gnomes, her little clicky feet go over to him through the crowd, and he gets the silver. And you can see his body deflate a little bit at the silver, but then he nods to you.
What are you going to do?
A respectful nod. You hear these cheers once more, roaring cheers on the third sort of finale here. And guess who it is? Surprise, surprise. Seville, somebody who does not seem very strong, but is definitely making his way up this sort of tier with ease. But he does seem a little frustrated that he has the bronze.
That was too bad, Seville. Deal with it.
A couple other tiers are given off, some copper pieces, like in terms of the tiers. You can hear that there's other people still winning and getting passed along to the next event, but there is a nervousness in the air now that it's become a neck-to-neck competition in certain ways, even though you guys are blowing ahead and killing it right now. All right.
2 nat 20s, like.
Do I have to drink now? Again?
Yes, you get to drink.
Jesus. Again, me. Listen, ladies, I need a drink after that. I thought I was going to lose my favorite competition, but this is the most favorite.
Well, now you get to drink a lot.
That's good. How do I get into that?
As this happened, you can hear Mishka like from a distance, like cheering, like, "Yeah, you go, girls! Pass that tracers! They're the best! Yeah!" And then like the girls behind her all do like a really bad like dance. Like in honor of you guys, like it's like that. It's just that. And then there's like this one move because you're passing without a trace, and they're really thinking of it.
I love it. I love it. It's incredible. What was their performance check?
Oh, I will roll for them if you want to know how impressive they were. I'll give her advantage. She rolled a nat 20.
Oh, hell yeah. You're killing it.
Blowing my dice here.
You're killing
nat
it.
20.
Yeah. I would like to cast water breathing on Janishka for this drinking event because it will help her retain her normal mode of respiration.
Genius.
I'm getting really creative with my spells.
You can just
In
put
my
that straight
stone
down the
state.
hatch, Dranishka. You just throw it right down the hatch. Not
Just
even
a continuous drink, you know?
Yeah.
You put down one and pick up another. You line them up.
Open the
You don't even got to swallow.
I'm blocking her again too.
We're gonna do a keg stand. It's gonna be a medieval keg stand.
Do I have
Ye old keg stand.
Ye old keg stand.
is my rage still going? Yes.
Yes, it can be as long as you keep the blood pumping, you know. So you got to kind of have your friends punch you in the arm.
To get lit, as the kids say.
You know, we were missing Ren Fair, and I think we found it right here.
Love it. As you guys are all getting ready for the next tier, you hear the bells ringing once more, both signifying the end of this event as well as the beginning of the next one. So right away, Rowan, you cast water breathing on the back of Juniska. You feel like gills, like almost like come across your neck, and you can feel like
is that what you said? You're casting. Oh my god!
So that you can
I heard
retain
something
your
else.
normal mode of respiration and just basically have a continuous drink.
yeah. So you get
I
these.
can't help your constitution, but I can help your breathing, gulping capabilities.
Is it more scaly?
Yeah, you get scales, these sort of gills. You can feel breathing across your neck right now. It's kind of weird that your air passage is here, but it's there as you're walking forward and like, whoa, I can breathe water and air right now. Weird sensation. All right. So anybody else want to do anything as Junishka's about to head to the drinking pit?
Her again. She's still blessed. I bless her again.
This mess.
All right. So you guys go to the next tier. This is just a bunch of tables full. It looks the equivalent of what I would say of like almost a flip cup, if anyone's played the game before. So you have all these people, except it's one-on-ones. So what you need to do is you need to take the cup, then you need to drink it, then you need to flip it, and then it needs to land, and then you can take the next cup over. And there's about 10 of them in front of you.
Okay.
I'd like to stay within 5 feet of her at all times. If there's a way that I can do that for a very specific reason.
This is a very crowded location. You can totally find your way within 10 feet of a friend. The only thing that seemed to be sectioned off where you can't really gather around was the fighting ring. Everything else seems a little bit more free form. Like you can get as close as you want, spit in people's faces, cast a spell on their shoulder. Like you can do whatever you want here as long as you're with the party.
Dranishka, as long as I'm within 10 feet of you, you get to add 4 to any saves.
And then all of the satyrs pose. They all pose in front of Moira after she says that.
This is a dumb question. Am I supposed to be using my saving throw number or the modifier?
Modifier.
Yes. Okay. Good.
So you'll add 4 on top of that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a stupid question
And
at
then
all.
2 for and then whatever from the little Missy.
All right, so up you guys go then to this tier. Now it does look like it's all different sorts of drinks in every single one of the 10 drinks. There's like different colors. There's reds and purples. It looks almost like a rainbow of color as you're going to have to make your way through a dynamic rainbow that includes both black and white and some sort of brown sludgy.
It's going to look weird coming up.
I walk up to Dranishka and I give her a little bit of advice. Hey. If you feel the need to pee, just let it out and keep drinking.
That's what I usually do.
Don't pass go. Don't stop. That's what you usually do? Is that what you said?
Take one for the team. When things are, when you're on the roll. There's only one color of alcohol that doesn't go well with me, so I hope it's not there.
What color?
Don't say.
They don't know.
Don't say.
Don't say. I won't say. Or do I have to say?
No, never mind. Forget I asked. I did not ask.
The satyrs all like do like an awkward dance trying to like make the situation less.
I am satyrs. They could drink for me. I don't need them to.
You've got this.
I'm big.
You've got this. You're fine.
Let's go.
All right. You get pushed up. The little forest gnome woman comes over. You guys all point to Janishka. She grabs her arm, drags her over, and then drags over a familiar face. It looks like Seville is put up against you, Janishka. So with that, there's kind of this moment. You can see him kind of crack his neck a couple times. He looks to you, and he kind of gives a little bit of a bow and says, it's so wonderful to be put against somebody who's gotten the gold twice. Your team, right? You're doing pretty well.
Yes, you could say we're undefeated at this point.
I could say that. I could also say that maybe, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't win. Yeah? Make a wisdom saving throw.
What'd you say?
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit! That's
Excuse me.
not good for me.
You get a +4. Don't forget.
Okay, but I have -1 for wisdom. 21 because I have the raging and the
Yeah, you can feel he's trying to tell you not to drink, and you're able to force it out of your mind, as he was clearly trying to cast a little spell on you.
Oh, okay.
Ellie,
Do we see this happen?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's there sitting across. You guys are all standing around. You're within 10 feet of Janishka. You can see him go forward and do a little spell under his voice and then pull back.
so I took the Mage Slayer feat. Can I tell what kind of fuckery he's trying to do?
Oh, what does that do? Will you explain it to me?
Mage Slayer, essentially, it gives me advantage on rolls against spells, but I also, when I see someone casting a spell, I can take a reaction essentially to attack. But would it narratively give me any kind of like
roll a quick make that an Arcana check. Just try to understand the magics of his spell.
What's my Arcana? It's probably not great. Yeah, no, that's just a 7.
He clearly did some sort of spell. It didn't seem harmful. Seemed something that he tried to whisper something. You can see Dranishka's eyes kind of open, and like you can see her mind fighting off the pressure.
Okay, gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on you.
Get that in.
And then I want to cast silence on his side of the table.
And just stand him down.
Yes, silence on his side of the table.
I just think you need a haircut, whatever your name is. I just think your long locks are boring me. They bore me.
And then he goes, I think. And then you just hear like absolute silence from his side as he's like,
oh, cat got your tongue. Dragon got your tongue.
Can't hear you. What? What's
and
that,
then
Sybil?
There's a moment that you can see him like walk out of the circle and he goes, hey, somebody cast silence, but then the gong is about to be rung and you can tell that he just has to go back to his starting position as he looks really nervous. All of the people behind him that were cheering, that were gathering as well, are all really confused as the sound of the environment has gone from decibels that are like overwhelming to much more manageable, since you have silenced everyone around him that would be cheering.
Ooh, what happened?
Oh, that side of the table's awfully quiet, isn't it?
Who did that? Oh, crazy.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Well, it looks like we have a clear favorite.
Yeah.
Lala, did you do that? Lala, was it you?
Yeah, it was me.
That's smart.
Thank you.
And I think no sound can be passed around or through it, so he doesn't hear the gong go off as like suddenly Dranishka, you hear it and you just grab the drink and he's like, oh no, and he's delayed. So I'm gonna give you 1 round ahead of him no matter what. So you're able to knock out 1 before he can, which gives you 9 other drinks that you just need to slam back. So let's make it a quick secondary check. Let's make it first a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
4.
I just rolled. So 25.
Slam
do I
the neck.
still add the other stuff?
You add a 4 every time.
29, and then 2, 30. I get 1, and then
Oh my goodness.
Fauna plus 4, 35.
It's literally like
Get
just
some drinks.
it's just drinking water essentially, as you're able to just gulp it down in one fell swoop and slam it back down. Right away, DeVille does drink his first drink. So he, Seville does drink his first drink, but he's like very like behind and nervous, and you're going way quicker. So let's have another con save as you're pushing into the next one.
Okay. 14, 18, 20, 24. You got
24. Okay. Essentially, you are slamming it back with like ease. I'll even say that you hit a couple of them this time. You and him are neck to neck. He is able to keep up with you, but about halfway through, you can see he's not holding on to his liquor quite as well as you. So I want you to make another Constitution saving throw, please.
1, 21, 23, 45, 57, 29.
Yeah, you don't even. All right, you know what? You don't even need to roll any more con saves. The only thing I want you to roll, because you are just drinking them and drinking them and drinking them and drinking them. I just want it to be a quick dex check to see if you're able to go a little bit quicker than him. God, he's rolling horribly because he's failing his con saves.
24.
Yeah, he gets to maybe 5 in, and you're already at the 10th one. You're about to slam that last one back. Dranishka, everybody's around you. Even the people who were inside of his circle have left the silence bubble and are like cheering around you guys now. So there's literally nobody behind him cheering, and everyone's gathered on your side of the table. He's looking around quite nervously. As you can hear the crowd roar as you finish that last drink and slam it down.
Drink!
As everyone cheers around you. He looks really like confused. He can't hear any of the crowd, but he can definitely tell that you're winning. And on that last drink, which completed that sort of unicorn-like succession, you feel this sort of like warm glow within you as you can tell that your tongue is like a little, like it tastes weird as you stick your tongue out. Your mouth is full of rainbows. Like the color in your mouth is fully rainbows. Like it's painted the color of rainbow in your mouth. Yeah.
Oh, Dranishka, your tongue looks like a rainbow.
I'm going to the bathroom to check it out. Am I drunk at all?
You're feeling tipsy. You're feeling good.
I want to check it out in the bathroom.
It's
if my
magical.
boyfriend comes by, tell him I'll be back, or that I'm in the bathroom if you want to.
Dranishka, do
Yes.
you want to be drunk or do you want me to try and help you?
Let me
Do
have
you want to
it
be drunk or do you want me to pass last?
I'll tell you when.
With that, the
Okay.
forest gnome runs over. You guys got the gold again. Seville didn't even get anything because he wasn't a part of this. So you can see him moping as other people receive the silver and the bronze. So as you guys kind of all recover once more, Rowan, you can smell already that people are getting excited and ready to rock on that next tier, the tier of food. Oh, that food is just you can smell thyme and rosemary, but it's also mixed with this sort of almost like meaty scent in the air, like meat pies. You can smell custard pies. It's just it smells delicious. Your mouth is already watering as you're trying to get up there.
Oh, will you be eating the meat?
What if you turn into like a cat or something that eats meat?
Well, I was planning to turn into a panda bear because they just do nothing but eat. But I think panda bears are also vegetarian.
Yeah,
as you say that, you can hear the little gnome girl go, "Oh, you're a vegetarian? Okay, yeah. So we have the vegetarians table as well. It seems like some other people are vegetarians here, so."
Perfect.
If you need a vegetarian, it's just you also have to eat a lot of food as long as you understand.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay. As she says, yes, you can hear that ding, 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 as you guys all get escorted up to the next tier as Dranishka kind of arrives a little bit late from the bathroom. Feeling much better though. Seville does seem to be sulking a little bit. But Ron, you are brought up to this beautiful table that is just spread out full of food. They sit you down. This actually seems a little bit less one-on-ones. This is a group competition. Everybody's sitting down at one table with a certain amount of food in front of them. One side seems to be vegetarian side. The other side is, meat eaters. But there's this ginormous pile in front of everyone that looks very, very evenly set out. You see before you, like essentially like your own personal bread, pastry, cheese plate. Like it's just piled and perfectly designed. There's ones that are squishy. You want to describe to me what's in front of you? Because you're always so good with this stuff. What do you see?
Oh, yes. There's a big custard with it. Looks like a brulee, some sort of maple sugary thing. Can't wait to spank it, crack it with my spoon. And then we have over here, there's a bunch. They're not pumpkin scones, but they do look like blueberry thyme scones. Those will do very nicely. And then, oh, goodness, I don't even know where to begin. Okay, hold up 1 second. Okay, and then I hop up in the air and land as a giant panda.
And it's right as the gong hits, as you can hear everyone starting to dive in, and 2 people look at you confused. 2 of these little halflings look up at you as you're now a giant panda bear and you're beginning to eat. All right, so with advantage, can I please have you roll Constitution saving throws?
I want to be right behind her, and every time you roll a saving throw, you can add +4 to it.
Yes.
It's true.
So you said this is a Constitution save?
On save, please.
Okay. So, and I add my yes, okay. My panda bear bonus too, right? For Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that would be 19.
Oh yeah. You're starting to fill your mouth. Are you starting with the savory or the sweet? Where are you going first?
Oh, sweet.
You're going for the sweet
The
first.
maple sugary custard thing.
Yes, it's delicious. You're shoving your mouth full of the custard and the blueberry thyme. Like everything is starting to go in. It's just absolutely delicious.
And I have so much room.
You have so much room, but you can definitely feel it starting to get a little full. So can I have you roll another Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, natural 20.
Tell me what this looks like with a panda bear and a nat 20.
Oh, I just pick up the entire plate of the scones and just go, and there's just a bunch of big crumbs falling down me fur, but I'm not caring. And I go for the next, oh, and look at this. There's these 2 big hunks of bread.
Well, with all of this going swimmingly well and you working at double the rate, you guys are all rolling so great. What's that last meal in front of you that you have to finish that you're going to have to roll a con save with? It has to be something maybe that's a little hard to swallow.
Oh, well, that would be, it looks like 3 loaves of very crusty French bread, but takes so much chewing.
You see them before you. Crusty French bread, and it doesn't look like it even is fresh. It looks like it's maybe a couple days old. Like and there's nothing in it. There's no garlic. There's no herbs. It's just bread.
And I think to myself, she should have made this stuffing.
And as you have to stuff your face with it, can I have you roll a con save, please?
Ooh. 11. Oh wait,
Okay.
but I get because I'm stoned, I get advantage.
You do.
So, that'll be much better. Okay.
Hey guys, there's a message somewhere in there. I'm just
It'll
kidding.
be 25.
25. Okay,
Yes.
so you're feeling so much better. You're like, there's a moment where you put it like one of them in your mouth, and you're like, oh, I can't do it. It's too hard. It's too should be stuffing.
Oh, for more saliva.
But then like your bare hands are able to like almost mush it a bit and like get it a little bit more like it's almost like sword swallowing. So you're able to just like sword swallow the French bread piece by piece by piece. Now, at the same time with you, there's a cheers. It seems like there's somebody who maybe is super close neck to neck with you in terms of getting the gold. As you can see, the forest gnome kind of run behind and then run back to you. She clocks the moments as you're just this panda bear now with like a little bit of bread still like, crumbs all around your face.
There's like just the little butt of the baguette sticking out. And I'm just
you can hear her go, oh, it does look like you got the gold, but a young little halfling boy over there was very close to you against the silver. And there's this very like Peter Pan-esque halfling boy who like jumps on the table and like looks down and then looks at you as a panda and goes,
And I swipe his feet out from under him.
He actually is able to he swipes it, he falls on his butt, but he laughs. And then you can hear him like pat you on the back and he goes, "Hey, good job. I just usually win the eating competition because I really like food, even though I don't look like I do."
Anna has hearts flying out of her eyes.
I saw that hair flip as soon as she said Peter Pan-esque.
He kind of looks over to you, Fauna. He goes, yeah, you can see that you're looking at him. He goes, "Are you going to be in the competition too? Is that why you're doing this to me? Because I did it to the panda?"
Baby.
Baby?
She said maybe.
Baby. My nose is stuffed up. Sometimes it's hard to understand.
Oh, okay. Thought you called me a baby. I'm not a baby. I'm a boy. As he kind of hops off. And goes, "I'm a real boy." As he kind of jumps off and he goes, "Well, I'll see you upstairs. Good luck in the competition."
Wait, how young is he?
Well, like 14.
Okay, cool.
Good luck in the competition.
Thanks, me too.
And he like does the biggest burp on the way out. You could hear that like shakes the floor. Definitely consumed almost as quick as Rowan, but Rowan got the gold. So once more, you get handed this little gold patch. He gets handed the silver. You can hear cheers as Seville has successfully somehow gotten number 3 in this one. And you can see that your dragonborn lover, Dranishka, is unfortunately a little bit behind. He seems a little too tipsy and is a little confused about where he is, but takes a moment and stands up and kind of nods to himself with an affirming sort of air. So with that, you guys can hear that gong. It has finished, and there is the next tier. We're getting through it. We're very close, you guys.
Congratulations, Rowan. I knew you could do it.
I really like this panda guy. Very furry. This guy, is he new here?
It's Rowan.
Rowan.
No.
I know you disappeared to go pee, but yes.
She has.
Give the panda a big hug.
Oh.
Well, you guys get escorted up to the next tier as you hear the ding, 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 ding. Things are moving a little bit quicker, also because I'm realizing that we're pressing on time a little bit. So I'm like, I want to get through this so that way we can finish it off and figure out what that 7th tier is, because it's fun. So you guys get up to the next level. There is music already being played. All these instruments are being tuned. You can see some people walking around, some men and women going forward to the clear music players and asking if they want things to be restrung or cleaned or buffed. This is there's like almost like seats everywhere, and it looks sort of like a music circle in order for there to be a playoff.
Lala's gonna fly over and land on Lilith's shoulder and whisper, "Is it unsportsmanlike to cast silence on your competition? Or do you want to win like fair and square? Just let me know.
Listen, I don't know how they're judging this competition. I don't know if they're judging it based on, fancy showmanship, or if they're basing it off of the lyrics or melodies. So I don't really know, what the judges are looking for. But I'm just going to sing. And I mean, if you want to cast silence, I'm not going to stop you.
All right, that's all I needed to hear.
It might get us disqualified, but
as you guys say that, you see Seville kind of come forward and take out his lyre and go and walk up to you guys and goes, "This is it's going to be a quick one, isn't it?" As he just walks over and sits opposite you guys.
Although I wouldn't say no
yes,
to
it
casting
is.
silence on him.
I vomit a little baguette after him.
And I say, "Panda, me too."
The little Forbes gnome scurries up to you. She looks a little like confused about who to grab, but can tell right away somebody has their instrument out. Grabs your hand, Lilith, and pulls you forward and sits you down nearby one of the cushions, sort of beautiful flowery looking cushion, sits you there. And she goes, "Okay, so it's real simple. Everybody plays at the same time, and eventually I'll go around for the judges and tap people on their shoulder to stop playing. According to who they do not wish to play, and then it will be a playoff with whoever's finished, Simple."
What spells are and aren't allowed in this specific scenario?
It's I don't know, but we have to hear everybody if that's what you're being curious about, or else we cannot judge.
Okay.
This will be fine. Is it okay if I sing as everyone else is playing?
That is the goal. If you can sing and play, oh, you are good luck here, because that's not everybody can do that.
As she kind of takes a moment and scurries away, and you get a sort of seat, and you can see that the gong is about to ring.
I'm offering you guidance.
Thank
so
you.
You get 1d4 on one ability check.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, sorry, you guys. We're just double checking something really quick. Okay. So, you are going to go sit down, and what are you doing? What instrument are you playing? Like, how are you prepping all of this?
I am playing, which I don't physically have, but I have my mandolin with me. And I'm wondering, there was something that I wanted to do. It's not an official spell, but like it's something that I wanted to add, or maybe it could be like if I roll for performance or something. But
yeah,
I wanted the ability to, when I sing, that I kind of like my voice harmonizes with itself. So it sounds like there's multiple of me.
Ooh. Yes, girl. Well, do you want to do a little like a little lyric, like one like line or something pretty?
Oh, I was gonna sing a whole
Sing
a whole
it.
thing.
Sing it.
But get the so is the jam happening? Everybody's
yeah.
playing?
Slowly, you hear the gong go, and everyone's kind of like jamming out to the gong. You can hear somebody like twanging a little bit on some sort of like I forget what it's called, but the guitar that lays down, which is quite fun. You can hear somebody playing the spoons in the corner, just rocking out on the spoons. Somebody with some hand cymbals. It's a whole vibe. It's quite loud, but
here goes. You feel the weight of the world, you wanna fly high, it's bringing you down, 'cause nobody carries love like you do. But oh, if you wanna win, quit looking out before looking in, and don't worry about who's listening. You may think you've lost your mind, that you wasted all your time. But the tears are bound to fall anytime you risk it all. And this ain't no time for playing small. Tell me a story, one where we win. Let's rewrite the future, one with no end. Life is for loving, and it's you I'll defend. Come hell or high water, we'll slay like dragons.
Hey. Advantage, girl. Yes. Like that's like that deserves an advantage. That was amazing. That song was amazing. Please roll
inspiration for that song.
Yeah, someone's got to add some layers to that, like some beats. It's awesome. Can I have you roll a performance check with advantage?
Yes.
Severe advantage. I don't know if that's a thing, but severe advantage.
Well, I roll very well.
Triple advantage?
What's that?
You roll twice?
Oh, twice? Oh.
Yeah, for advantage.
Ooh. What's that? 31. 17. Wait. Sorry, 29.
Wow. Yes. One by one, people start to get tapped out. But what's really happening here is the choir of halflings, led by Mishka, they all start to like jam out with you, and there's like this harmony going, and they like stomp, like cheerlead stomp behind you, creating those beats that you did on your table. And there's like a whole dance sequence, and the satyrs get in the middle and like start to like synchronize.
Oh, my boy band, go!
Yeah, it's like a music video. It's literally like a music video. And eventually in the singing pit, like it's only you, and everyone's kind of created the circle around you, but Seville is still going hard.
I'm still singing.
He's trying really hard on his lyre, but eventually he's just overwhelmed. You can tell that it's between the two of you at the end, but with the cheers and the environment and with the 29 and how great that song was, very clearly you have won that round. And that little forest gnome walks forward as everyone cheers, and she hands you this, and then she goes up to you and she goes, I think that might be the best song we've ever heard here.
Well, thank you.
I'm not trying to say I hope you win.
I'm not trying to say what?
Hey, and she kind of runs away and hands the silver to a very sulky Seville.
I walk up to Seville and I say, thank you so much for your support. You play the lyre beautifully.
Mm-hmm. And he just walks away, very clearly not bestowing a compliment on you, as he seems to be upset that he lost.
Guys, we are just destroying the competition.
Really are.
Boring.
My God, I'm not going to say we're the best, but we're the best.
Lilith, that song. You did slay like dragons. I should know.
Thanks, Danushka.
As you guys are all celebrating that wonderful song, and Lilith is kind of getting like another crowd around her, and just there's this sort of an energy and there's excitement, and very clearly you guys have the largest group of cheerleaders. You hear once more the ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling for the last known ring here, which is the bluffing in the card game that is going to occur on the next tier. So everyone gets escorted and pushed up. Drinks are given out plenty. Even though Dranishka, you notice that Jacidiel, he does not take a drink. He seems a little too tipsy and is trying to wane it off as well. He catches that you are also recovering, and he kind of bumps you in the shoulder and he goes, these people, you are doing a good job with your team.
They're very talented women. Just like, we are like each other.
I can tell. I am worried that the events of the day will continue to pull us away from one another. But if you ever feel like you want to maybe get a drink after, if you're feeling up for it, I'm trying to stop drinking now to ask you for a drink later. So
I put my hand, my finger claw, what the dragons have, and I you had me at drinks. And then we make a plan to meet later.
Yes, he whispers very slowly. He wants to meet you at the bar downstairs after the event. So as this is happening, also that kind of peppy Peter Pan kid kind of runs up, and he kind of accidentally bumps into you, Fawn. He goes, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, that's okay. Oh, sorry. I bumped back into
I'm doing actually pretty good. I think I might get to the final tier here. There's only a few of us that are going to be able to go.
Yeah, well, we're destroyed because we got all the golds.
Yes, it's pretty impressive, honestly. Can you guys teach me how do you do all that cool stuff that you do? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I could teach you.
Yeah, Mishka was telling me about you guys, and you all sound really cool. So consider me a fan.
Consider me a fan.
Cool. As he kind of runs away and runs off into a corner, giggling. So you guys all get to this final, at least known final round. And you can see that there's these different sort of gambling tables all set up and these dealers at every table. There's only a few people here now, as you can tell that the competition's kind of thinned out. Some folks are not even able to be a part of the contest anymore because maybe of the size or the group that they're playing with and how certain people are not able to advance. So it seems like there's only maybe 8 players from the initial 14 or 16 people here at the tables. So who is playing this round?
I think that's me.
Lala. So,
it's yes? Mm-hmm.
Nope, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say the little forest gnome comes over and looks at you guys quizzically, and you point to Lala, and she goes,
"That's me,"
and then grabs your tiny little hand and like tries to take you over.
Okay.
Rowan, did you have something?
Yeah, so now is a good time for me to pop back into Rowan form. Oh, that was so delicious. And then I'm eyeing who is she going to be going up against.
As you're catching this, you can see that the little kind of alive-looking halfling boy who's in the corner, she's getting escorted to go and play against him.
Okay, so I cast Dispel Magic on him.
Ooh, okay.
Just in case he was thinking of using any magic to win at these cards.
Yeah, there's a moment you can tell as you guys get sat down to play against each other that he kind of goes like, ooh.
I'd like to cast a quick protection from evil and good on her as well.
All right, sounds good. You feel the sort of surge of protection go through you as you get sat down, and these cards are probably the size of you. You need you need to get like a special little prop so that
Can I
way.
get a stand for my cards?
Can I hold them? Yes. Is that like bad?
No. We can't have people holding the cards, but we can do this.
So you see the forest gnome kind of shuffle over and put this little sort of stationary stand for you, kind of like a Scrabble
I'm just
stand.
standing on the table looking at my cards.
I'm going to offer her guidance as well.
All right, you pop a little guidance into Lala here, and the dealer begins at the gong ringing. So you get dealt certain cards here. We'll say that they're sort of like the old King's Chess cards here.
Mhm.
I forget what they're called actually in D&D. I should look up what the playing cards are called. They're very specific. That's why
I don't know, but I have a set.
I have a set too.
In my inventory.
And if we were in person, we'd do it that way. But instead, we're going to do something a little different. I want us to roll a d20. And then we're going to essentially roll another d20. And then from there, we are going to bluff one another on which one to choose that is higher. So I'm going to roll 2 of them in my right hand and my left hand.
I'm going to roll them at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I want you to look at both of the numbers on it. And one's going to be higher, one's going to be lower, they're going to be even. Essentially from there, we have to guess, and you can bet which one's higher and which one's lower. So it's a game of wits between you and the other person playing.
Okay.
And whoever gets the most amount right wins at the end of 3 rounds.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
And you can only choose one hand as a note, okay?
Wait, so I pick one of his die?
And he chooses one of yours. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you have to reveal, just so you know, 1 die. So very specifically, you have 2 of them. You get to choose if you want to bluff higher or lower or evens.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has to choose, is it higher or lower? Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So right now I'm going to tell you, I've covered 1 die. I've rolled 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the one on the table is a 10. I get to bluff if you, and essentially you can say higher or lower, and you have to watch my reactions to see what you think it might be.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
And I'm the little kid, by the way, just so you know.
Okay. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself really quick.
Okay. You can hear him go. You can hear him go. Where'd you go? Did she leave?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't see your reactions. Which one did you unveil?
So I rolled a green die and I rolled a clear die.
Mm-hmm. And you only have to reveal 1.
I revealed my green one, which is a 16.
Okay, he takes a moment. He looks to you. He goes, I can't see you. Higher. Lower? I can't. And then the dealer goes, what's your final verdict? And he goes, higher. And then what do you reveal?
Another 16.
Oh, he didn't guess evens. So you automatically win that round. Upon which he takes a moment, he looks to you, and he doesn't know where you are, but he rolled a 10. Do you guess higher or lower? You can say it at me, and I can react in this character.
So I'm guessing what the other one is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Higher.
Do you want to roll an insight check on his reaction?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I do.
Yeah.
11.
Roll a 1d4.
Oh, yeah. 12.
It is definitely higher in the way you just saw his face move.
That's my final answer.
Oh man! As he reveals it and it's a 14. And then the blackjack dealer, says another round, let's go. So roll again. 2 of them. Oops. Okay. He watches as an invisible thing rolls dice, and he is trying to look around. He's very confused about what's happening. But he reveals a 12.
I reveal a 5.
5? Okay. He takes a moment. He looks and he gulps and he goes, higher? Is it lower? Is it? I can't see your face. How am I supposed to know? I just, higher. It's got to be higher. He goes, higher. What is your answer? What do you reveal, Lala?
Yeah, I reveal an 18.
Okay, so he succeeds on the guess there. So he has at least one as well. So it's the last one. That's the last round that's going to be indicative. However, you look at him. He rolled a 12. What do you say?
Lower.
Want to roll an insight check on him?
I do.
Okay.
7.
7? You cannot tell. You must just guess. Higher or lower, my friend?
Okay, and then I'm going to say lower.
Oh, man. It's a 3. You got it right anyway. So automatically, that's because he lost 2. No, he won 1 round, and he could technically still get evens with you because you won 2 and he's won 1, and there's 3 rounds. So we're gonna do.
But wait, we both got it right the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you have 3 and he has 1.
Okay.
Oh, he does?
Because he got it wrong the first round.
But then he got it right.
Then I got it right, and then he got it right, and then no.
Yeah. So you have 2 and he has 1, but he can still catch up with you if you get the next one wrong.
Okay.
So let's try it one more time. Ready? Here it goes. Oh, man. Okay. He says it out loud. And he reveals an 11.
I also reveal an 11.
As he does that at you.
To an invisible figure.
To an invisible finger. He doesn't know what to do. He goes, lower? Lower? And what do you reveal?
Is that his final answer?
Mm-hmm.
I reveal a 2.
Okay, so this is up to you. If you get this, you win. And if you lose this, you don't. So, ready?
Okay.
At least it's even, so we have to continue. All right. What do you say?
I'm going to say higher.
He tries so hard not to move his face. Can you roll an insight check on him still?
Yeah,
because he's still
I'll do
a
my
kid.
best.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm going to try a different die. Gosh, come on. A 5.
A 5? You don't know. So
oh, wait, I didn't roll
Okay.
a 7.
Still not quite enough. Do you guess higher or lower?
I'm also gonna say, maybe lower. Higher.
It's a 12. You won. You did a really good job on that one.
Yes, Lala.
Well done, Lala. As everyone cheers, I mean, like everyone was like surrounded and nobody was like it's like silent, dead silent as the adventure's going on. Do you poof back from invisibility?
Yeah, why not?
You do. As everyone's cheersing, they try to hand you a beer and almost accidentally drop you in it because they couldn't find you. So they hand you a little.
I'm just gonna look at Dranishka and point at my beer. Do you want this?
I'm not yet. I have a drinks later, but someone can have it.
The little forest gnome lady comes around. You had apparently, because of invisibility and this kid being paired against you, ran through it much quicker than the others. So you get the gold again. Everyone's getting the golds.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, this team. So as everything is kind of like everything's just moving towards this final tier. Everyone's trying to talk. Everyone's drinking. It's really exciting. You guys have like everyone on your side here except for Seville. Everybody except for Seville, who is really sulking in a corner. He seems very upset.
I'm going to walk over to Seville. Walk over to him and say, hello, Seville.
God,
how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, but it's hard. It's hard being the bard. It's hard being
having to entertain everyone all the time.
Yes, it is.
I get it.
You know, it's important for me to get to that final level. So
Hopefully I do. I know what's up there.
Well, think about it this way. I won the music competition, but I wouldn't have won the music competition if everyone playing hadn't played.
That's fair. I guess I'll just have to potentially find other avenues for what I need in terms of my own self-satisfaction, I guess. I appreciate your camaraderie, and you should find me in Waterdeep sometime if you ever need to.
Okay.
That's where I'm from.
Okay. I've been to Waterdeep.
I'm underneath the pseudonym here because I got to be honest with you, I don't really... It's frowned upon with the people that I know to do this sort of stuff, so...
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed playing with you, and I'm glad to have met you, and I'm glad that you're here.
Outside of these walls, Succcumber, in Waterdeep, ask for Deville. You'll find me.
Deville?
Just ask around. As he takes a moment and he sits back. So, as this is occurring, let's have you guys all kind of gather in a corner. You guys get pushed into a section. I know that we're a little bit past our timing here, so I'm just making sure that we can wrap this up in the most delicious way. Because the final floor, the one that I'm most excited about, you get pushed up there. You see very excitedly behind you this huge group of cheerleaders. Everyone's just on your side. Even Seville's kind of like smiling and nodding in your direction now. Everybody is really excited to see what this final tier is. It's not even about the competition anymore. It's almost become like this greater thing, this greater event, this more fun place to just, I don't know, party and meet new people and have drinks and maybe potentially make love later on, just, because of somebody here, to be very specific. So anyway, you get pushed up to this final floor, and what you see before you is this. Just beautiful red carpets. You see gorgeous tables everywhere, and you see like people walking around like offering like hors d'oeuvres and like really beautiful like flutes of champagne. And you see this woman there like fully dolled up with this huge hair and way too much makeup plastered on, and she beckons everybody forward and then tells everybody to walk around, and she opens up her arms and she goes, "It's so wonderful to have you all here at my hop at the Festival of Conquerors. It does seem we already have the potential winners for the Conquerors. If we collect all of the gold, it's almost inevitable that a group of here wins. However, I'd like to make sure that people would be worthy of the sort of wins and glories of our town, including an all-you-can-eat buffet, a fine spa retreat 4 doors up that allows a full water massage bath inside of Unicorn runs boiling waters, which is beautiful. It's not too hot, as well as accoutrements and beautiful designer clothes from our neighboring and beautiful sponsors. GameStop is what they are called. But as she kind of talks, she takes a moment and she sits and she goes, but really what this is going to be for is I want people to be honest. I want us to all stand around, have a drink, and say something truthful. Because you know what? It's important to give. My husband, he was a beautiful man. And there's so much love here. There's so much love. As everyone like comes around her and starts to like pat her back, this woman just starts to cry. And you can even see her daughter in the corner like start to like tear up a little bit. This girl who's like constantly trying to like leave and go away. And she goes, my daughter, well, my chosen daughter. Not my real daughter, but my chosen one. I know that she thinks I have not been paying attention to her, but this is all for her. So I want us to all stand around and say something we love about my daughter. Now do it! And she takes a moment and she forces all you guys to stand around in a circle as her little daughter kind of awkwardly walks forward, not knowing what to do, and like gets pushed into the center. And this woman kind of walks forward and she goes, I know you probably don't know her, but if you could just say something nice to her, this is all for her this year. And since you're clearly the winners, if You could just make sure you can tell her that she's loved.
Oh,
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. It's Mishka. Mishka, you're so cool, and I think you're the coolest. And also, you made me nice things, and you've just been so kind to us from day one. So,
Oh, thanks. I think I cross-stitched this for you. And she hands it forward, this little cross-stitch. And
Like this.
oh, like that.
amazing.
Oh, and everyone goes, oh.
Perfect.
Oh,
This is for you, Fauna. She says this is for you.
Oh, she loves it. She takes it. She holds it in her hands. You can see tears welling up in her eyes. You can tell she just felt she was trying so hard to get away, but now all of this love is being surrounded by her, and she's feeling very overwhelmed as her mom is just standing in the corner and crying. It's really beautiful. She turns to all of you and looks with open eyes.
I'm going to go take her hands. I'm going to look her in the eyes and I'm going to say, Mishka, your mother very obviously loves you. I think you're a very cool girl. You're very talented. Your cross stitch is magnificent. And I think there are many great things ahead of you in your future. You are very loved.
Thank you. And then she kind of turns around and keeps looking.
I'll fly over and I'll land on her shoulder and I'll say, Mishka, you are so cool. You are so smart. And we honestly could not have done this without you. You know, you helped us so much and we appreciate it so much. And you are wonderful and you're smart and you're going to take on the world in your own way.
With cross stitching.
Yes.
And cheerleading. I think I have a new skill.
Yeah, you were excellent at cheerleading. It was great.
The satyrs are really good. And then she turns towards Rowan at this mention of satyrs.
I walk over and I say, oh, she has to go to Rowan. Go on.
Yeah, no, you're a little drunk, Dranishka. Dranishka, in character, you can walk on up behind her and be as tipsy as you wish.
Stay behind and wait for Rowan to talk.
Okay.
Mishka, I don't think we've ever received such a warm, welcoming reception so soon, early into a new town, and you've really made us feel quite welcome and cheered on. And I have to say, I snuck a peek into the bedrooms a wee bit before when I was still pandaing, and I noticed the pillowcases. They were so exquisitely embroidered with your beautiful cross stitching, and I could tell you'd done that beautiful river. What's it called? Unicorn Run River?
Yeah, Unicorn Run.
I gathered because I saw all these unicorns running on the river. It was very beautiful.
Thank you. She kind of like giggles and like blushes at the mention of noticing her cross stitching on the pillows, and then she turns around and Dranishka's there.
Listen, you're very small, and I think you remind me of the little one, the fauna with the stuffed nose. And I think that you have a lot of energy, which usually I don't like, but you remind me of her, and that's okay with me.
Thanks. You're really cool.
I know.
Yeah. Also, that guy's been looking at you the whole time, and you just turn around and right away, like he tries to look away, but then he kind of nods and waves at you knowingly. And then last but not least, Lilith, the one that she found to be intimidating at first.
She's lost her voice.
Well, Mishka, I have to say that you helped to throw one hell of a festival. I think we all had a wonderful time, and it wouldn't have been the same without you. So, you know, I get wanting to leave home. I left home when I was a very small, little, tiny tiefling. And sometimes I wish I could go back. And it seems like you have it pretty good here. I know that it's nice to take breaks, and you should. You definitely should. And you're very talented.
It's just been hard sometimes, but you know what? I guess sometimes if you look around, you forget what you really got, you know? You forget.
It's easy to do. We all do it.
Mom, you did this for me? As like you can see your mom kind of like smile and like cry and then throw back like some champagne. Just like cry and then like eat some food and then just cry. Upon which she goes, "Oh, Mom," and you can see her run up and hug, and there's like a big awe. And even Seville's like cold little heart has kind of melted in this scene as he kind of gets out his little lute and begins to play a song.
there's a lot, like you guys get brought over to the table of all of these mounds of beautiful sort of, I guess it's almost like the Bed Bath & Beyond gift baskets, but like a little bit more lavish as you guys get handed one by one, crowned the Festival of Conquerors. And that is our one shot. Does anybody want to do a little epilogue? What happens after?
Oh my goodness.
A little explanation. No doubt there's a boys on the mind. My dear Fauna, my dear Drunishka.
I wasn't that impressed with him because we beat him, so I voted.
Okay, with that, I guess it looks like our one shot is over.
Mine is not able to be told on the chat.
Wait, I want to know what happened with Dranishka.
That's what I'm saying. It is for an older audience.
The big censor bar.
Big censor. This is what happened. I'll tell you right now. It's really great. So we walked into a bedroom. And
what is this?
You heard me, right? You heard
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
we got it.
Definitely following along.
Heard it all. It was wonderful and terrifying.
And backwards. Wow.
Yeah, impressive. Very
Upside down?
impressive.
You know?
It's crazy that the satyrs somehow were involved.
I know I
All
wasn't
four.
used to that first, but then
Thank you so much, you guys, for watching us
Thank you.
and for
Thank
raising money for Treehouse, an amazing,
Thank you for all the
amazing
donations.
foundation.
We hope you're all staying safe in quarantine, staying hydrated, resting up, taking care of yourselves.
Yeah,
Wash
so
your
let's
hands.
wash our hands. Let's go around really quick. I'll start. I am your Dungeon Master, Kelen D'Angelo. You can follow me at Eurowizard Kelly, Jesus, at Eurowizard Kelly. Thanks so much for having me play. If you guys want to go around again, Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim Daugherty, Daugherty. I'll put my thing in chat for you guys. But, and we're Girls Gets Glory. I don't know if that's been said, but you can follow us at Girls Gets Glory or check out our website, girlsgetsgloryrpg.com.
Kelen.
My name is Kelen Coleman. You can follow me on most all things at Kelen Coleman. Kelen spelled like Ellen with a K. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I will also put mine down there. And thanks a lot. Next.
Great. Allie.
I'm Allie Gonino. You can follow me at GO_NINO. It's been fun. Thanks for tuning in.
Erika.
Hi, I'm Erika Fermina. Some of you know me, but for those of you who don't, you can find me everywhere at @AStylePixie, and I stream right here on Twitch Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Seeley. You can find me at Sunny Seeley. It's SUNNYSEELEY everywhere. Also, Allie has her single out, Stillness. Go check it out. It's beautiful. Go
Oh,
on.
thanks. The music video just came
The
out.
music video.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, go listen. It's beautiful.
And that's also she sang today. So like there's a testament to how amazing all of her music is. So please.
And I'm recording that song. It's in the process of being recorded.
Yay.
So
I'm
it'll
so
be really
excited. I'm gonna buy it. And Alice.
I'm Alice Greczyn, and I saw Kim put my handle in there, so I don't have to figure out how to spell Greczyn.
Thanks so much again, everybody. We are Girls Gets Glory. Thank you, Kim, for the reminder. We are Girls Gets Glory. We have podcasts. We streamed. There's so much content. We're hoping to make more. So thank you guys. And you're
Thank you,
wonderful
Lost
human
Odysseys.
beings. Thank you,
I love
Lost
you. Thank you for having us, Lost
Thank
Odyssey.
Thank you. We're
Thanks,
so happy to be
GameStop.
here.
That's right, and then go. Maybe we can find some lower notes too. That would work. Or maybe just go. Ricardo, what's the first chord you're playing? Between those two. Take a little break for a second.
I don't know what chords are. Like, you tell me, oh, play C or G. I don't know what that is. If you just give me a guitar and you show me, then I'll play it for you. So I don't know my chords.
So what I do is
Meeting with Mike and being able to have a jam session was awesome. My dream in life is to be able to create music and be able to have people to listen to a line and say, wow, like I've been there. Once I was in foster care, the dream of being a musician became so much more important, and it became the driving force behind what I actually have to say. You know, as a kid in crazy situations like, you know, parents who are addicted and being in the system, you feel like that you don't have much of a voice. Treehouse has been like my big brother. I wouldn't be where I am today without Treehouse.
We created a song, basically. We, meaning they created the song, and I kind of maybe helped them work it into a working piece of music, I guess, but they had the ideas already.
Today was great. I got to meet Mike McCready. I jammed out with him and listened to some music and made my own music. It was pretty great. I learned that even though he's popular and he's a big rock star, you know, he's just like the rest of all of us. He's human, he's fun, you know, he's smart and everything. It's awesome. And just seeing him, it freaked me out a little because I was so happy.
I'm trying to live it to the fullest. Every single moment working hard and trying to get in it. Paychecks.
Playing guitar with Mike, oh, it was amazing. There's nothing else I can say about that. It was fantastic. I didn't really have family when I was a kid, and I don't know what family means, but listening to music helped me, and that's what made me realize that music is my friend. It's my family to me. And anytime I'm alone and I'm feeling down, music talks to me. Today was amazing for me, and I really do enjoyed it. 100% thumbs up.
I think it's important for the kids to believe in their dreams because they're the ones that have to. They need to have a confidence in themselves to be able to go, I want this dream and this is how I need to go get it. These are the steps I need to take. And then hopefully just surround yourself with good organizations like Treehouse and good people that can kind of help you on that way.
In my shirt, I'm not sure.
It's been a really enlightening experience for me to know that the Treehouse is here and it's helping kids. And, you know, that's kind of the point of being a good human being is they are an organization of that. And that makes me proud to know them. It was an honor to be part of it. That's all I can say. It was really fun. It went beautifully, I think. So congratulations. Now you guys got to come up with a name for your band.
Do you like playing tabletop games but can't be in the same place at the same time?
Yeah.
Luckily, there's Roll20. Roll20 is like having your game table online. Set up your own game or check out some pre-made titles like Dungeons & Dragons or Call of Cthulhu. Roll20 lets you build maps, drag and drop tokens, and other features that your kitchen table just can't do.
My table can't do any of those things.
No.
Also, Roll20's video and voice feature let you connect with more people. So if you wanted to invite Lucas and Ariel,
Hey guys.
Hello.
what's going on? That's no problem at all.
Ready to play?
Your friends, your games, your table, Roll20.
We start the journey together, but life takes us down many paths. While we all face challenges that push us to grow, many foster kids face these challenges alone. Each year, Treehouse cares for more than 6,000 foster kids. With a passion for education, we help level the playing field. Where others see barriers, we open doors. What we do allows foster kids to have a childhood and a plan for the future. To learn, to play, to heal, to dream. And most importantly, to graduate. Treehouse gives foster kids a childhood and a future.
Dungeon Crate is a proud sponsor of Lost Odyssey Champions. Whether you're just learning how to play or a seasoned game master, we're here to offer inspiration to your role-playing adventures. Over the past 5 years, we've delivered a monthly treasure trove of RPG accessories to members all over the globe. Let Dungeon Crate help in your battle against monotony while helping others too. Use the code Treehouse at checkout during this event and Dungeon Crate will donate $5 to the Treehouse fundraiser. Become a member from the comfort of your castle at dungeoncrate.com.
Dreams are a great way to look into your future and think, what do I want? What do I want more than anything?
I didn't like that life. I didn't like living in tiny houses with people I didn't know, and so if I become a respected author, that means that I'm making at least some money. I want that to happen.
I think that you can't have a goal without first having a dream. Every writer gives the same advice. Write all the time. Write things that you are excited about, that you are passionate about. Let yourself be inspired and just do it. Don't worry about if you're good. Don't worry if it's going to get published.
It is important to help youth who've experienced foster care to dream. They might think that it's impossible for them to participate in a certain kind of activity or for them to have a certain kind of experience. And I think that Treehouse does an amazing job of making those things that seem impossible possible.
Just enjoy it. Enjoy the act of creation and daydreaming and brainstorming and have fun learning how to be a writer and learning what stories you want to write.
I really like dark stories. Versa was reading some of my things and she's like, hey, these are kind of creepy, kind of macabre, and I'm like, thanks.